1 second, people. All right, people, welcome to a very red edition of Food Sports Live. Give me 1 moment. Just setting up over here. All right, I'm gonna make this stop doing that because it's doing something weird with the graphic. I know I set it up, but it's kind of irritating me. All right, 1 second. Where the F is this? I don't know if I'm too into this whole red thing. So, I don't know. It doesn't look right. Am I too red? Am I too white? What the hell's happening? This is madness. Oh, I'm glowing. I gotta fix my green screen effect just a little bit and we'll get into this. I know it's stupid stuff. Gotta do it. Now I got my green screen back. I gotta fix it. 1 second. We're gonna get into this in a second. All right. How you guys doing on this amazing? I think it's still Monday. Yes, it's still Monday. All right. Welcome to this amazing Monday edition of Food Sports Live. All right, we got some things, some stuff, and some shit to talk about. Just got to set up a couple of little applications here. 1 moment, people. 1 effing moment here. And then we'll be getting into these sporting topics from the sport known as Badoink. Mostly Badoink. What's up, Night Murph? Okay, we got Night Murph in there, people. Night Murph has arrived. There he is. I see he's in the comments. Yeah. All right. All right, so we got Shakur Stevenson and Mr. Keyshawn Davis. They're ever since their most recent wins, these guys have been trying to dictate a lot of shit, right? I got to get that hot dog truck out of the way. It's in the way of my damn graphic. You know that? Shit. I should have done some more checks on this. 1 second, guys. But guy's been trying to dictate a lot. Shakur Stevenson kind of openly ducking Ryan Garcia at this point. He said he wanted it, and now since Ryan doesn't want to accept this this fucked up catch weight, or actually not a catch weight, I think he said he was willing to fight him at welterweight, but with the rehydration clause. I mean, he might as well just say he doesn't want to fight the guy. He's afraid. Fucking afraid, people. He's effing afraid. Okay? All right. He's afraid. Wait, let's look at this poster real quick. 1 second, people. I changed a bunch of stuff in the show, just having to technical stuff. 1 moment. See if I can get this fixed. Anyway, it's okay. It's not perfect. I could do better. I mean, my face is washed out, but that's okay. Just, to help hide my identity. Anyway, guys, guess what? We got Keyshawn Davis's opinion of this upcoming fight between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Okay? 1 second. Check. All right, this is good. We'll bring this down slightly. All right, so Keyshawn Davis has his own little take. All right, we're going to bring this document towards my face so I can actually read it. I got to do my best Keyshawn Davis impersonation. All right, so here it is. Keyshawn Davis weighs in on Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, part 2. Or 2. And then Keyshawn says,
it's a legendary fight. I feel like it's going to be a different fight now that they're at 2 different ages. They both retired for a long time.
Actually, Manny Pacquiao has not been retired for a long time. He was just fighting a couple of weeks ago. Floyd is the one who's been retired. Okay. All right.
They both been retired for a long time.
Wait, I lost my place. Sir. Different ages. They both
retired for a long time, and I think it's going to be a different fight.
Davis said when speaking to Fight Hype.
Floyd for sure, because he already won the first time. You are only as good as your last performance.
That's kind of funny that he said that, because Floyd's last performances, or multiple performances, have been versus YouTubers and I guess, I don't know, MMA fighters who are in gang families. You know that one of these YouTubers actually gave Floyd a black eye? How's that even possible? he gave a black eye. The guy was he had 3 fights and lost all 3 of them, and then he gave Floyd a black eye. That's amazing. Anyway,
you're only good as your last performance. You know what I'm saying?
Last performance. He said last performance, Floyd won. Well, Floyd's last performance was versus YouTubers, but I guess maybe he's talking about the Conor McGregor fight. Could be that. Anyway, Keyshawn thinks that Floyd's going to win because he's been retired for 10 years and he had a great performance versus a YouTuber. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, we'll get back to you on Keyshawn Davis's mental state. One moment, guys. Food TV, did you hear the Joe Rogan interview with Shakur? No, I haven't. Was it good? Is it funny? I could pull it up. We could watch a little bit of it later on in the show. All right. All right, moving on. All right, so more important news when it comes to combat sports. We got this Dana White awkwardly compliments Nina Drama's feet after she brings up Wiki feet pretty good. What? Is that really what they said? Anyway, we got a little video here with Dana White and Nina Drama.
Oh, yeah? That's fucking weird.
You wear flip-flops ever?
1 second, guys. I got music here I don't understand that it's playing. That is not good. 1 second, guys. Okay, so I just had a weird glitch with the audio.
Why are you asking me this question right now?
They like feet in my chest.
Your feet, not my feet. Do you do the feet thing online?
5 out of 5-star ratings on Wiki Feet.
Show me. Well, I don't mean like, all right. I get, yeah, oh. Those are pretty good feet. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah?
Yeah, those are winners. I'm not like a foot guy, but they're great feet.
Yeah, I tried.
I would agree with the rating on Nina's feet. Great feet.
Thanks.
Great feet. Whip the fuckers right out.
Oh my
God. the whole, you and I always have the weirdest fucking conversations.
All right, so that's just had to bring that up. I mean, I didn't think it was that weird. I mean, they said she has good feet. He looked at her feet. He was like, yeah, your feet are okay, I guess. If feet, it's all right. There's some good feet, right? What did you guys think of that? 1 second. I feel like my video is enormous. Like the video of me, it just looks weird. Anyway, got to pull out my folders here for the show. All right. It's getting a little dark in here. A little bit dark. Ryan Garcia's like, hey, guys. Oh, not good.
You're ducking me. I'm being ducked.
Shakur's over there, like, got his tongue out. You know, a little tongue action for you.
It's like, Ryan, I'm over here trying to train your ass. No diddy.
All right, music's just a tad bit too loud. 1 second, guys. Just a tad loud. All right, Jack, all right. Ryan's like, you're fucking ducking me, you motherfucker.
Help me.
Oscar's all like,
yeah, baby, let's do it. Ducking.
All right. All right, so with that said, my video is just a bit too big. It's a little big. I mean, it's not like showbiz, you know. He's all like, "Taco Tuesdays!" I got to start doing that, man. I got to zoom it in and get it like right up to my face. Have the eyeball cam. What's up, Sobers? All right, guys, I got some topics. I just got to get my folder over here. This is what has all the video files for the show. Oh, you know what I should have done when I did the Keyshawn thing? I should have brought this up, right? Let's do it this way. This is what I should have done.
I think that Floyd's gonna take this one. He got it. He's almost as good as my boy Shakur. I love Shakur. I would never hurt him.
There you go. There you go. See, I should have done that. I'm going to keep that Keyshawn file there just in case. All right. All right. So, one moment. In some very important news that has nothing to do with combat sports, Christian Bale is going to be starring in the new movie Heat. The sequel to the movie Heat. Aren't you guys excited for that one? Christian Bale, out of all people. I feel like he's kind of an overactor. It's got to be honest. I like Christian Bale there for a little while there, but come on. Remember that Terminator, that scene in there? He's like, "We're all dead." Come on, man. That's not a good line. It's not a good line. And the delivery, not big into it. Not big into it at all. All right. See, oh, it works. Yes, baby. All right. No, I did see that Joe Rogan interview, man. I'm going to check it out. Oh, shit. Why would I fight at their weight class where they're comfortable? I need to handicap them like Tank put a rehydration clause so I can have, oh, well, this is cutting some of that out. 1 second, guys. Hopefully I can fix this. What the F? Okay. Okay, so I can have every advantage, right? That's what Shakur's doing right now. I mean, he's a fraud. He's a fraud. He gets this little badoink win versus Teofimo Lopez, and now he's able to just, what? Dictate fucking everything, and these guys have the nerve to call this guy one of the best fighters of this time period? Are you kidding? Are you effing kidding? That's bullshit. Yeah, I mean, look, Shakur Stevenson he's a middleweight. He's a middleweight with soft hands. He's not a really small guy, right? He was fighting at those lower weights, but he was just calling Conor Benn out a few weeks ago. He said, "I'll fight you at welterweight." So now he's telling Ryan, "You got to fight me at 144." You fucking kidding? Why was it okay to fight this guy? To fight Conor Benn, but at 147. But I guess you know what he was going to do. He was going to drain Conor Benn as well. I mean, Conor Benn would have already been draining himself just to make 147. Conor Benn would have been killing himself. So Shakur comes over there, and, he's like, yeah, he's already killing himself. But what's funny is that he probably would have also put a rehydration clause on Conor Benn. So you're going to come all the way down and then get a rehydration clause. It's fucking insane. The guy's a joke, right? And on no planet is that guy like some kind of great fighter. He's really not. Anyway, there you go. That's Heat, people. That's Heat. Heat 2. All right. Okay, I'm going to cut that out. On to our next topic. Benny Blanco's dirty feet give fans eek as they urge Selena Gomez to file for divorce. So this gross son of a beep has his dirty feet on camera.
Wait, see if you guys can pick this up.
Look at this. It's disgusting.
I like that. That was just a... Wait, see if you guys can pick this up.
All right, so he's got dirty feet and he's farting.
See if you guys can pick this up.
I was gonna pick up. I like that.
That was just a little...
It was a little squeak.
What is he doing? Walking around in shit? You know what? He looks sort of like a hobbit. Just gotta say it. But that's Selena Diaz. What's his name? Selena Gomez's husband. It's fucking disgusting. That guy is a pig. He's a fucking pig. You know that? All right. I was supposed to show this a few days ago. This is the roster for the Zuffa Boxing. Got a bunch of guys in there. Want to check it out later. They're adding new guys all the time. They have I forgot the exact number. I think they said it was somewhere close to 100. Anyway, they got a lot of guys in there. Andy Ruiz, Opataya, obviously, and so on. All right. So that's good for them. They're building their roster. It's going to take a little while, but I don't think it's going to take that long. All right, so you got Frank Warren trying to sue Zuffa Boxing for $1 billion. All right. The guys are a little bent out of shape. They got their panties in a bunch because, I mean, they're not in with Turkey All the Chicken anymore. He's cut them out of the deal, and now he's creating his own promotion / league there. And the fact that they're not allowed to get any money from it, I think, is really pissing them off. So that's really what I think of that. That's what that equals. Because if Turkey was giving this fucking guy money, he would have no problem with what's going on here. None. All right? 1 second. What the F? What the F?
You've killed me.
Good.
That's Turkey Ali Sheikh, what he did to Frank Warren, and Frank Warren's not okay with that. He's a little pissed that he's killed him. He's still alive, but he might as well be dead, right? All right, give me a second, guys.
We need time for some things to happen.
All right, so I've done some things, and some things are going to happen, all right? All right, on a side note, this lady got a Guinness Book World Record for the world's biggest afro. Like, what the hell? That's not that big of an afro. I mean, look, I can, if I comb my hair, it's pretty much almost like that. It's crazy. It's like a giant, that's not that, I've seen bigger afros than that. That's like, why are you giving her a Guinness Book World Record for having big hair? Like, what the F? Anyway, congratulations, lady, for your afro. Exciting, huh? Really is. All right, so we got Chris Cyborg. Chris Cyborg, she's returning to boxing for a WIBA super welterweight title fight. Maybe she's trying to chase Clarence Shields, as they call her. Right? I mean, these guys, I mean, I don't know if I've even heard of the WIBA. How many belts do they have in boxing? What, 50? 100? Anyway, we wish her luck. She's going to be fighting. Let's see what day it's going to be on. Let me see. I'm going to check that out real quick. All right. March 28th. All right. So there you go. Chris Cyborg headlines a card. All right. On March 28th. So it's going down in Brazil. Interesting. All right. We'll check that out. I guess it's something to look forward to. If you need a shoulder. All right. One moment, guys. All right. These are all the hottest topics in combat sports. All right. Actual weight class, Shakur. Ryan Garcia wins against Barrios was way more satisfying than Shakur's win against Tio, in my opinion, of course. Yeah. I mean, it was that Teofimo Lopez win was not very impressive. Right? What did he do? He hit him with a bunch of badoinks and ran around. I mean, he didn't try to knock the guy out or anything, right? Ryan's over there knocks this guy down within seconds of the first round. It's pretty crazy. Well, what's up with my static? People, give me 1 second. There's something going wrong with my background. I got some shit going on that's really annoying me. I got to fix that. Okay, where the fuck is this? All right, I got to fix my thing over here. It looks stupid. I think the static might be off. One moment. Got to fix my little background graphic. It's bugging me a little bit. All right, so now it's more like static, I guess, right? This one's not too good. Now I got to get some color in there. Why am I purple? I'm going to default this, put it back to what it was. Okay, I can't. Sorry, guys. Sorry. It's weird, but I got to fix it. I'll just be red, right? Is red better? Okay, purple's good. I like being purple. Right? Purple's good. Purple. It ain't easy being purple, people. All right, anyway. All right, so got Manny Pacquiao. He's going to be having an exhibition fight versus Ruslan Pronov, however you pronounce his damn name. Provodnikov. They're going to be having their little exhibition. It's kind of weird. Like, you're going to have an exhibition before your supposed real fight? Is this Floyd thing even a real fight? What the hell's going on? All right, 1 second, guys. I'm not really liking this. I just don't think I look right. Anyway, it's okay. It's okay. I'm pink. I'm pink. But yeah, there you go. That exhibition is going down on April 18th. So next month. Are you guys excited to see Ruslan come out of retirement and have a 10-round exhibition? Like, what the F? What the hell is Manny Pacquiao doing? Why is he having exhibitions? Anyway, that's something, I guess, right? That's become normalized now in boxing, all these little fake fights. So I don't feel like there's anything exciting about that, you know? I don't care to see Manny Pacquiao have a fucking exhibition, okay? All right. Got fighting Parkinson's one punch at a time. What? Yeah, no, it'd be crazy if he punches himself in the head. Or somebody. Come on. Anyway, this guy's fighting Parkinson's by throwing punches. Okay? We're going to watch a little bit of this video here. Let's go on to commercial. It's immersion breaking. We'll be going to skip this right now.
Some punches. Rocksteady Boxing is now being offered at UNC Health Lenore's Wellness Center.
Haley Hollinger is there, and she spent the day seeing why boxing was picked and how it can benefit those with the disease. Haley?
Yeah, Dave, Courtney, when you think of boxing, you might think of stepping into the ring and throwing a few punches at an opponent. But for this, it is not actually physical, and Parkinson's patients are getting help thanks to the sport's fundamentals.
Oh, whoa. This guy's cooking. He's already thrown a harder punch than Shakur's thrown in his whole career.
Sport is helping some living with Parkinson's disease.
I like the camaraderie that we get in that Rocksteady boxing. It's not just boxing the bag or boxing Alyssa. It's a group of us guys who have Parkinson's, and we're dealing with it the best we can.
Chet Harrison is just one student in the Rocksteady boxing class Tuesday at UNC Health Lenore's Minges Wellness Center. And he says the classes really help him spar with Parkinson's.
It keeps me exercising. It keeps.
All right, so it keeps him exercising, and boom, and go to an advertisement. What the fuck? All right, thank you very much for that. It keeps him exercising. I guess exercising helps with Parkinson's. Is that a thing? Anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting, right? Well, 1 second. I'm feeling a little exposed right now. I need to glow a little bit more. 1 second, guys. Okay, so I guess the exercise is going to help him fight Parkinson's. Didn't know that was a thing, you know? Just didn't know. But we wish you luck there, Mr. Parkinson's. All right. All right. Moving on. All right. All right, Dana White reacts to Zuffa Boxing signing Conor Benn. Is there a bigger pussy than Eddie Hearn? All right, so this has to do with the other day. These guys signing Conor Benn. So I was supposed to show this a few days ago. All right. Anyway, these guys are having kind of a beef. Recently, Eddie Hearn has signed, what's this guy's name? Aspinall. He signed Aspinall to some kind of manager thing. I don't know what the fuck it is. I feel like he did it just out of spite. That's what he did it for. He created some little management system team, and then the first guy he signed was fucking Aspinall. He's like a butthurt ex-girlfriend. You know he did this just because of the whole thing with his fighter, Chris Eubank, about Conor Benn. All right, 1 second, guys. I just feel like my video's too damn big in here. I'm gonna make that just a little smaller. No Diddy. 1 second. First time running a video on this show like this, right? Definitely needs some work. The background isn't completely cut out. All right, we got a little bit of the press event between Fabio Wardley and Duchi. All right, we're just going to watch a tiny bit of this. All right, so we got some hockey over here. Let's skip ahead.
They are going to let their bombs go, and we'll see what happens when the first one lands.
Fabio, the WBO championship of the world in front of you. Before I ask any more, how does that feel to be champion after your journey in this sport, which has been one of the most unusual ever?
Yeah, look, obviously it feels fantastic. It's a fantastic thing to achieve in amongst my career, and like you say, especially kind of where I came from in terms of where I started and how things went. I think.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I think Aspinall was on his way to losing his previous fight. The guy's kind of green. He hasn't done that much in the sport, and the way he's acting like a Shakur Stevenson like character, Floyd Mayweather. He's trying to dictate all kinds of stuff. And now the guy's talking about he wants to leave MMA and go box. I mean, he just wants to get some money and get the fuck out of there. He's not a real champion. He's like Floyd Mayweather kind of guy. He hasn't even done much in MMA to be just jumping out the sport and trying to get some fucking boxing money. That dude can't even box as good as Ngannou. If he goes to boxing, they're gonna fuck him up so bad. Like, he don't have a shot in hell of beating anyone in boxing. No one. He just doesn't have good hands. His hands aren't very good. Francis Ngannou's got far better boxing than Tom Aspinall. I mean, the guy's kind of explosive. He beat some not so great fighters. I mean, he don't have any real big wins. So I don't see that guy doing good at all in boxing. I think everyone they put him up against is going to lay him out.
Any boxer that gets into the professional game, at some point they want to obtain a world title, and I'm immensely proud of myself for being able to achieve that and pull that off. But it's not just me, it's the team around me, the support, the faith, the belief, because like you say, I've been doubted at every turn, or every step has been a step too far, and I've kept the key people shoulder to shoulder with me, side by side, same team, same people who have always kept the faith. And look, and we've got all the way here to a world title, and now on to a fantastic defence.
I sold out Portman Road, then it was the O2 against Joseph Parker. They don't come much tougher. You got the title. In the old days, maybe
Anyway, that's we'll go forward just a little bit. Listen to
Everyone can say we were.
All right. That's going down on March. Well, I think it's March 14th. Is it? Am I wrong?
Guaranteed. And how they both cope with that. I mean, Daniel's shown to have a good chin, actually. And Fabio, even though he gets hurt and wobbled, he's at his most dangerous when he's hurt.
Sorry, guys. I got a new setup here, so I got cameras and all kinds of shit blocking my my extra screen.
It's just a great fight. You couldn't pick a better fight.
I guarantee you this doesn't go points.
No way.
All right, so that fight is going down May 9th, all right? Not March 14th. I don't know what I was looking at something that said March 14th. Anyway. One moment. All right. 1 second, guys. It's managing a bunch of crap, shit, and things, all right? John Jones was ducking Tom for several years. He was afraid. I think Tom just wanted. I think John wanted a lot of money. That's all it was. I don't think he has any fear at all of Aspinall. I think John would actually beat that guy fairly easily. Aspinall is a hype job and a half. John was just trying to get a good amount of money. I mean, I think Aspinall is like he's a hyped up guy. He hasn't done enough to really say he's anything great, right? And then they'll build that shit up. I mean, look, if John beats him, like, what does it even mean? The guy, Aspinall's not done much. And yet he's over here trying to dictate all kinds of shit. You know, so he's trying to be one of like these fucking these prima donnas, you know, these divas in boxing. This is what all these MMA guys are trying to copy, all this spoiled boxer bullshit. All right. This says that this is about the sport of eating fake meat, I guess, right? A new lab-grown meat breakthrough beats traditional beef by a mile with 90% less land use, 80% less water. and dramatically lower emissions. Isn't that that's going to be delicious? That's just what we want, guys, right? Fake meat, delicious fake meat. Anyway, it goes on to talk about a bunch of bullshit throughout the article and talking about water. It's like, dude, water is doesn't run out. You know that, right, guys? So this whole thing about water, you know these guys actually calculate how much rainwater falls down and how much cows drink. Like, who the fuck cares? If the cows drink water, that's just what happens, right? We drink water, cows. It still ends up in the world. It never goes away. But what's funny is they'll go on and on about this shit, right? About emissions and the usage of water. But when it comes to these new AI systems that are using loads and loads and loads of fresh water, no problem there, huh, guys? You know how heavily these guys are pushing AI? And to these cooling systems require loads of fresh water. A lot of fresh water. But it's no problem, man. It's no problem. But we're going to be eating the lab-grown meat for what? To create a new monopoly for these scumbags? All right, this has nothing to do with boxing, so I'm just going to clip past this because I have so many things here that I just put together. That just, there's a little too much stuff that... We got Shia LaBeouf over here released on $100,000 bond. What's funny with this guy, and he was ordered to go to rehab after his arrest in New Orleans. From what I hear, this guy actually got his ass whooped in New Orleans. He got into a street brawl and the person beat him up, and then he got arrested. Because I think he actually started the whole thing, and then he lost. And the guy is he's a fucking cornball. He's a little hipster. He's hanging out too much with the Mexican gangsters. I heard he was doing like a movie or something. He got a little too in with these street gangs. He got jumped into a gang, and ever since that, I think it's gone to his head. It's like, bro, you're a millionaire. Like, what the fuck are you doing? All right? Stupid. 1 second. All right, so we got Jake Paul and Eli Tapera get into heated argument. I'm saying that as a boxer, you suck. All right, so Ilya thinks that Jake Paul sucks, and he does. He does suck, right? Throughout the article, all you're reading is their little bickering back and forth. I just cut it short because I'm not going to read this whole article. I got a lot more stuff to get to. But Jake Paul, well, Ilya thinks Jake Paul sucks. All right, that's about it. This is a quote from Ilya. He says, "I respect you, bro." Paul, well, actually, this is a quote from Jake Paul. He says, "I respect you, bro." Paul said, "I think that you're awesome. I just think that if you think that I'm a bad boxer, then we should spar. Yeah, whenever you want." This is what Tuporia said. "Yeah, whenever you want." Tuporia replied, "I'm open to it. Your jaw is okay already? Question mark. "Yeah, no, it will be good. But every UFC fighter says this. And then I offered to get them to a private jet. Paddy Pimblett wanted to spar. And I offered to send him my jet and $1 million. So he was going to send him a fucking $1 million for a spar. I mean, what the... And he wouldn't do it. So we should actually do it," Paul said. So you got Jake Paul over here, and he's calling out guys that are like... Sorry, guys, this screen's not even there. Jake Paul's calling out all these little tiny guys because that's what the pussy always does. He's going to call out Paddy Pimblett, who fights at what? Lightweight? Jake Paul, as far as in boxing, as high as a heavyweight. Over 200 pounds. Right? He's calling out MMA fighters to spar him for what? Also, what would be funny is, if they beat the shit out of him, he would never put the video out there. Right? 1 second, guys. What's up, Skull Kid? All right. 1 second, guys. The African poke both of his eyeballs out on purpose, and then Dana White crapped all over Tom. The African? That guy Gon is an African. I think he's I don't know what he is, but he looks, for the most part, he looks kind of white to me. Sorry, guys. I don't think Peter Gon, or I think his name is Peter Gon. He's not African. Tyson Fury takes high road and turns down Anthony Joshua fight after recent tragedy. All right? That's what you call a high level of bullshit. This guy, I don't know if you know this guy's, but Tyson Fury's been ducking AJ for a long, long, long time.
I had AJ on here a couple of months back, and he had said that he definitely wants to face you this year. He's back in the gym. Eddie Hearn says he is coming back. And I know he said something that irked you a bit, where something along the lines of, he doesn't consider you a real fighter. And I know you snapped out and said, how do you not consider me a real fighter? You're fighting Jake Paul.
I'm not going to say too much about Anthony Joshua. Because
Jake Paul had more boxing experience than Francis Ngannou, right?
at this time in his life, he has a lot going on with the tragedies and the deceased friends that he's had. So that's why I won't go into it with him. But yeah, it was the other people. I can go in on them, but I'm not going in on AJ at these bad times. Rule number one for me is I never kick a man when he's at his lowest point, ever. I leave him alone. I want to build them up and then kick them down when they're at their highest. It's like people said to me, what do you think about the shit that Wilder keeps saying? I pray for Wilder, and I've got no hard feelings against him. He's got problems mentally, physically, and emotionally, and I'm not interested in going toe to toe with somebody who's in a bad place at the moment. I've been in a bad place many, many times, and it's not a nice thing to be. So I wish them boys all the best, and I hope they can get their careers back on track and move on into the future.
All right, so there you go, the classic bullshit artist Tyson Fury over here. He's taking the high road. I think he just doesn't want to fight Anthony Joshua, and he's just using this as an excuse, right? He's just using it as an excuse, people. Doesn't want to fight the guy, period. All right, one moment. Okay, there you go. My audio just shot itself up for some reason. All right. One second. Okay, so we already looked at the Jake Paul thing. Jake Paul takes aim at Ilia Topuria UFC pay. All right, so these guys, they just keep on going on and on. He's talking about how he wants to box the guy, and now he's talking about his pay. Right? This guy, I mean, they're really just trying to prop up boxing. That's what I think it is. Jake Paul is invested in boxing. So they think by fucking with guys' pay, that's going to, I guess, maybe drive their promotion. Yeah, I think that's kind of the idea there, right? Just keep shitting on MMA because of the pay, but guess what? The pay in boxing is going to shoot down. If it doesn't, I've said it so many times, it's just not going to survive. This is why all the networks dropped it. They cannot pay these guys these giant sums of money every time they step in the ring. They can make a good amount of money, but they can't have a fortune every time they fight a fucking bum. I mean, they literally want a 20 mil to fight just a regular nobody. Like, these dudes would literally cherry pick a fight and then want 20 mil for it. Right? Like, you look at Shakur right now. What is he doing? He's trying to fight Ryan Garcia, drained out. And then I want some ridiculous amount of money for it. Right? They should say this. Okay, Shakur, you're going to fight Ryan. He's going to do everything you say. But look, if you want the rehydration clause, we're going to put a penalty on you for that. We're going to give you $500,000. If you fight him at his full strength, we'll give you a couple mil. But if you go and you try to dehydrate him, we're going to drop a couple mil from that paycheck. Don't let this guy get some giant paycheck for draining this fucking guy out. That's fucking pathetic. And don't tell me this shit's on the same level as MMA, because that doesn't happen in MMA. Right? The guys want to shit on MMA constantly, but MMA is in many ways a better sport. It is. It doesn't have these little pussies that can cherry pick and just tailor every match to their own liking to make things easy for themselves. As Gold said in the comments earlier, you got Shakur over here trying to dictate this guy's weight and rehydration clauses and all this, saying, "Oh well, it's gonna. I got to make it easy for myself." How is that okay? How is that a sport to be respected? Anyway, you got Jake Paul over here, people. I showed you Jake Paul talking trash about Ilia Topuria's pay. It actually isn't really, in a lot of ways, it actually isn't true what they say about these, the pay of MMA fighters versus boxers. Actually, on average, UFC fighters, I've said it many times, UFC fighters on average actually make more money than boxers. Okay, this is, let me see this. This is Shakur Stevenson, his biggest payday. I think this is for the Zepeda fight, and he had made, right, Mayweather was guaranteed. Okay, so this is the Victor Ortiz fight. 1 second, guys. I'm seeing which document this is. I pulled this up. Fight generated, blah, blah, blah. Mayweather was guaranteed, blah, 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 blah. 1 moment. Okay, so I got a lot of documents here. Okay, this is for the Ortiz fight, okay? So it says the fight generated 1.25 million pay-per-view buys and 78.44 million in pay-per-view revenue, right? So the fight brought in $78.44 million in revenue, pay-per-views, right? Mayweather was guaranteed $25 million plus a percentage of the pay-per-view revenue, and Ortiz was guaranteed $2 million. Mayweather ended up making about $40 million. This is all combined, you know, pay-per-view and all that. $40 million. Sky Sports boxing commentator and former WBO cruiserweight champion Johnny Nelson noted that referee Joe Cortez did tell Mayweather and Ortiz to protect themselves at all times when he gave them the pre-fight instructions. Whatever. This guy's making excuses for Floyd Mayweather's sucker punch. The fight was ended on a sucker punch. All right. Anyway, it's protect yourself at all times is some bullshit. But anyway, Victor Ortiz in that fight, all he made $2 million. That's what he made. Okay, so they're always trying to talk shit about. Always trying to talk shit about MMA fighters, but MMA fighters are making more than this. They're making more money on average than most boxers, right? UFC fighters, they're making more. So this Floyd is just a fraud. You look at Floyd right now, people. The guy's literally broke. Give me 1 second. Let me get a water. 1 second. This guy over here is fucking broke. Floyd Mayweather. All right. So what did it give him? What it is that he got robbed blind for those big giant sums of money they pretend he was getting. I've said a lot of times, Floyd Mayweather's a honeypot, and most of the fucking money he made was taken from him, right? But going to Victor Ortiz, you got to keep in mind he's got to pay his promoter. He has to pay his team, his the guys training him and all that, and so he got $2 million. And obviously, and then you got your taxes on top of that. So they ain't making as much as you think, all right? 1 second. Got some music blasting over here. For some reason, this track here is not connected to my control, so I'm not able to lower it. It's a problem. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple more pieces of information here. 1 moment. Just looking around. Okay, now This is the Ortiz fight, $2 million. I told you that. Yeah, this is what Navarrete made the other day for his fight. He had a fight the other day. He made $1 million. You got to keep in mind this guy's at the top of boxing, right? Supposedly at the top. Mexican fighter. They usually tend to bring in a lot of revenue. They have a lot of fans. Mexicans are known to bring in a lot of money into boxing. Why do you think Floyd was always fighting for Cinco de Mayo? Everybody wants to fight Cinco de Mayo. But you got this guy, $1 million. On top of that, I think the fees are, and maybe that's after his promotion's taking their cut. But you also got to factor in his training team and all that. And taxes. So he's bringing home. He's not bringing that home, and that's $1 million. Okay, I've said it before. Guys like Justin Gaethje's making $4 million a fight. Right, $4 million more. UFC fighters making. John Jones, I think, is making like $10 million, $8 million. Right. So, but where's these giant paydays? All right. 1 second. I think I might have one other piece of information here. Yeah, Shakur made $3 million to fight, I think, Zepeda. 1 second. Shakur Stevenson reveals biggest paycheck. This is as of 2023. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Second event in his career, the fight was part of the Riyadh season. Blah, blah. Oh, so it was versus Zepeda. Versus Zepeda, Shakur Stevenson made $3 million. I think he made a little bit more now with Teofimo Lopez. But his biggest payday at the time was versus William Zepeda. That was like, what, 1 fight ago. So these guys are not making these crazy $100 million, $300 million. That this guy Jake Paul coming over just shitting on these fighters. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to look up Ilia Topuria to see what he's making. All right. We're going to look up how much he's made. Pay versus, I don't know who the last guy fought. Who, Volk? All right, Ilia Topuria. 1 second, guys. I'm going to type this in. Doing it live, right? 1 second, please.
Helping Adrian Brody prepare for his role as a TurboTax
I don't know
expert
what the
has
fuck's
been
going on
interesting.
here.
We do people's taxes so they can relax.
Yeah, I know, but it's taxes. So
1 second. I got a stupid advertisement that started here randomly. Okay, doing it live.
Flesh! And by flesh, I mean all that stinking, disgusting meat. Hamburgers. Steaks. The steak sausages. And hot dogs. Sold by the side of the road. The stink of smoked carcasses. The humans nourish themselves with these, violating their own bodies, infecting themselves, creating uncurable ailments, smelly bladders, nest of infection, clusters of hemorrhoids, vicious, stinky excrement. Vicious, stinky.
Okay, so why did he push that? Why the fuck did he push that skateboard over? What is he, an idiot? This kid's an idiot. Anyway, guys, guess what? Ilia Topuria's last payday was $3.5 million, and he got $50,000 on top of that for the performance of the night. He got a performance of the night award, and so there you go. Ilia Topuria bringing home more money than Shakur's first biggest paycheck, which was versus Zepeda. Topuria made more money than Shakur. Shakur made maybe more versus Teofimo Lopez, but Ilia's probably going to be gaining more money as it goes along. Again, he's making more money, Ilia Topuria, than Navarrete just made, right, for a title defense. He's making more than 3 times the amount that Navarrete made. So where's this whole thing about these fighters, these UFC guys getting underpaid so much? If the boxer's making $1 million, this guy's making almost $4 million. Huh? Okay. Anyway. So got that out of the way. 1 second, guys. 1 second. All right. I bet he wouldn't beat Danny Garcia. Dude could punch and was durable, sorta. Who could it? Ilia Topuria? Is that who you mean? All right, there's some whores in this house. All right. One moment, guys.
I said certified freak.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia doubles down to Shakur Stevenson fight at 140 pounds. All right, he's not going to do it. That's it. I don't know why this is here. This is older, I think. I have another article from recently where he said he definitely will not be doing a weight. He will not be draining himself. Forget the catch weight shit. Let's do it for real. I want to take your belt and snatch it right off you. All right. All right, so Ryan's saying some other stuff online, but recently he let it out. He says, I have no desire to kill myself to fight this guy. And that's good for him. Because he really doesn't have to do it, you know? What's the point? All right, 1 second, guys. I got some information here that's... I got to swap some of this data around that I have here. All right.
I said certified freak. 7 days a week.
All right, so Ryan Garcia responds to Shakur Stevenson's rehydration clause demands with brutal message. All right, there's a... Right here. 1 second, guys. I'll say so. Got to bring this towards me. Okay, so Shakur is clearly scared. This is a quote from Ryan Garcia. He says, Shakur is clearly scared. I'm nowhere near what he is saying. I will never be on a rehydration clause again, and I don't need 20 to 30 pounds to beat you. I'll beat your ass straight up. You are terrified. Your whole crew terrified. So Ryan Garcia is shooting down this idea that he's this gigantic guy. Shakur Stevenson recently going on Joe Rogan, just lying his fucking ass off. This guy is so unlikable. That's how you know that Turkey Allah Sheikh is pulling the strings here, and this dirty lowlife he's going to these podcasts is just lying his ass off. Right? We're going to listen to a little bit of this. This guy's just this guy is
me and Ryan Garcia.
It's just crazy that people actually believe this motherfucker. What they don't understand is that this guy is just going around to one of the biggest podcasts on the internet because the promotion paid to have him there. Okay? This dude sold his booty hole. That's what he did. To get this kind of special treatment where they're going to have him go on Joe Rogan to lie. There's nothing likable. And this guy's going on his little quest of fucking lying. That's what it is. He wants Ryan to drain himself out. So he's going to go over here and make shit up.
Garcia, for example.
Okay.
I'm going to blow up like 148. He's going to blow up 168 to 170. Now it's like you in a ring with somebody that is like 20 pounds bigger than you. Now, the rehydration clause is kind of crazy, but I will only do a rehydration clause for fighters if I go up to 147 pounds. Because I'm not a 147 pounder, so why would I fight at their weight class where they're comfortable and just make it easy for them? Like, we'll just do me and Ryan Garcia.
But how could you call these motherfuckers great if he's going to go to 147 and then put rehydration clauses on these guys where they can't go higher than 147? And you know he's lying his ass off. This guy's a middleweight. This guy's not 148. He said he was going to go and fight Conor Ben, and then he was gloating and saying how I ain't small. This guy recently, after Ryan Garcia beat After he beat Barrios, Shakur was in the back room and he was like, yeah, you ain't big. And then right after that, he's in the Joe Rogan show saying this guy's putting on 20 pounds. So Ryan Garcia just clears that up and he says that, dude, I don't need to put on 20 pounds to beat you. And he says he has no desire to do a rehydration clause. These guys, they learn from the bums like Crawford, another weight cheat, who is literally bigger than his opponents, but still put rehydration clauses on them. So what I assume is what he's doing is that he's coming in full fat, middleweight. Terrence Crawford coming in full fat middleweight, fighting guys who are coming at 147 or have to do rehydration clauses while he doesn't have to, right? I think that's really the game that these guys are playing. Now, they'll pretend that this guy's a stand-up man, but come on. You saw what he did to that couple, right? Punching that guy in the back of the head all those times, then lying. Over here, borderline trying to, basically, the dude, he's a rapo. That's what he is. Him and his buddy, they're rapos. Beating a guy up because they're disrespecting his girlfriend, right? They disrespected her, and then they beat him up. The guy who's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? So that's the character that this motherfucker has. Don't trust anything he says. Ryan's smart to never fight this guy. Don't ever fight this motherfucker. He doesn't deserve a dime from you. Let him go get laid out by some random guy. I bet you Kid Austin, if he ever comes up in weight, he's going to lay Shakur out. That's going to be that. The guy is scum of the earth, right? Push it to the limit. He ain't no middleweight. He ain't no middleweight. He should be at 147. All right. Yeah, he's a middleweight. Yeah, he should be at 147, but he's a middleweight still. Ryan doesn't have to do shit. I agree, man. Why would he have to do anything? But this guy's not even a fucking. This guy ain't even like a star. Shakur Stevenson. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yes, he did. He learned it from the Davis fight, of course. Why would he want to come in dehydrated again? Is that the gate? What do you mean? Anyway, give 1 second, guys. Yeah, it's disgusting. This guy's trying to lie and say like Ryan Garcia's coming in 20 pounds heavier. Come on, man. The dude just shook. That's all that is. They want to act like it's just size alone's going to beat him. It isn't. It's the speed, it's the athleticism. The guy can't handle it. And he can't punch. So he has not to keep this guy off. All right, I got a duplicate story here. I'm going to cut this out. Give me 1 second. Get rid of this one. I think I might have brought this up earlier. Tom Aspinall's targeting the winner of the Gane versus Pereira fight. So that's going to be happening at the White House coming up later this year. I went to this video earlier. It doesn't work. There's a broken link. They took out the audio because I guess it had copyright music in it. But anyway, so he wants the winner of that. So I guess from that we could assume that Tom Aspinall might be fighting this year, right? Because if he doesn't strike while the iron's hot and fight one of those guys immediately after that fight that happens in the White House, UFC is going to be like, nah, we're just going to move on and have someone else fight him. All right. We got Max Holloway's getting his black belt there in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He got it because he defended himself really well. Not the best. He didn't win. He didn't get a submission. He didn't even try to get a submission. He just defended himself for 5 rounds. Fight was terrible. This happened on Saturday. Oliveira. I wouldn't really call that the baddest motherfucker title. Not at all, because the fight was fucking horrendous. It was terrible. One of the worst fights I've seen in a long time. It was almost unwatchable. I felt like just turning it off. But good for Max Holloway. He did surprise me that he was able to defend himself that long, right? That guy he was fighting, Oliveira, is a very, very good jiu-jitsu guy. He's very, very dangerous. All right, so this is the Monday morning hangover, and they're talking about what's next for Max Holloway after suffering a defeat at UFC 326, right? I mean, there's some options from there. I think for me, a rematch versus Justin Gaethje would be a good one. I mean, there's a lot of fights for Max Holloway, right? I mean, you got the possibly the Paddy Pimblett. He's coming off a loss. Maybe he wants to get laid out again, right? But I heard that Pimplett's going up in weight. He might be going to welterweight. Cody, what's his name, was calling him out. Forgot his name. Whatever. The wrestler, the one who's a fake Trumper. That one. Right? That could be a fight just as shitty as the one we saw on Saturday. All right. 1 second. 1 second, guys. All right, so Bivol might be fighting on the same card with Usyk versus that damn kickboxer. Right? Not exactly the best. I might have that later on in the show, talking about him fighting a kickboxer. I don't know what's going on in boxing, people. It's just full of exhibitions and cherry picks. I mean, I don't see why the fuck is Usyk fighting a kickboxer. And before that, he was calling out Deontay Wilder. I mean, this shit is just disgusting. I mean, it's a disgrace to the sport. And then we're supposed to respect these sanctioning bodies? That they let these fighters just... The dude's gonna fight a kickboxer! How could we respect this sport when this is the kind of shit these guys are doing? He's handpicked a fucking kickboxer. Anyway, speaking of Epstein files, we have... I wasn't talking about Epstein files, but I'll just bring it up. Lil Pump talks about how these guys roll behind the scenes.
Yo, offer like weird shit. Like,
1 second. We gotta get a Lil Pump in here.
Let's say some fucking witchcraft or some dumb shit. I stay away from all that. I'm like, fuck that. Oh man,
witchcraft? That's real?
Yeah, bro. I think everybody in the music industry does it.
What is that? How does that work?
I don't know, bro. They fucking start cutting heads off chickens and fucking putting pictures next to shit. I'm like, bro, fuck all that shit. I'm not with none of that bullshit.
What?
But I've never seen that.
But you walked away from it.
Yeah.
But you know the people that were doing it.
Yeah. I've seen people like
big names.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's weird.
Stand up who you think it is.
They've cut chickens off.
Heads off.
Like they cut chickens off.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess he saw some people doing voodoo. Maybe they're Spanish. I know that voodoo's a big thing. I've seen some of that stuff. A lot of it happens even over here in New York City. You used to see a lot of chickens with their heads cut off by the train tracks. It was for voodoo because they would just leave the heads. They would leave the body there, unless they're eating chicken heads, right? All right, so we got the return of Francis Ngannou, who's going to be fighting on the card, the Ronda Rousey versus Carano Gina Carano. And that is going down on, I'll tell you right now, this is MVP Promotions' first MMA card, all right? So that's going down on May 16th. Write that down, all right? Return of Francis Ngannou. He's going to be doing it, people. He's going to be doing it big. Not really, not that big. It's like the guy he's fighting, I don't even know who the guy is. Anyway. All right, so we got the reason why the IBF withdrew their title from Mr. Opataya. They did it because their title was not prominent in stuff like this. You see how he's got the Zuffa title wrapped around his waist, right? They don't want that. They want their title to be, up front. But these guys, they're second fiddle, I guess, to this one, right? Because obviously it's a belt, and that belt's supposed to be around the waist. Now, that looks like that's some Photoshop thing. But from what I heard, they didn't like the fact that their belt was not prominent. It wasn't up front as, hot shit. But, whatever. You're garbage anyway. The sanctioned bodies are garbage. I just showed you that these guys let Usyk go fight a kickboxer. Why aren't they stripping Usyk of his title, right? Strip him of his titles. I like Usyk, but how are you fighting a kickboxer for those titles, right? 1 second, guys. All right, so this is about the co-main event. The Cyril Gane versus Pereira. That's happening at UFC 250. Wait, this is not right. 1 second. So they're going to be fighting. I don't know why they have here UFC Freedom 250 co-main event. 250. I mean, we're already in the 300s when it comes to UFC. Am I wrong? Tonight at UFC 326. So why the hell are they saying 250 co-main event will be? I don't know what this is. They must have wrote this shit with some AI. Okay, I'm gonna guess they mean 350 because right now we're up to UFC. I just said it. We're up to UFC over 300. So I'm guessing the White House card is called UFC Freedom. And that's happening on June 14th. Wait a second. Which will go down on Sunday, June 14th from the White. Okay, so that White House card is actually happening on a Sunday. That's very interesting. You never see UFC cards happening on a Sunday. And wait, so tonight at UFC 3. This is not written correctly because this says 250. It's supposed it isn't even 350. There's no way in hell that card is 350. That's somewhere probably like 330, somewhere around there. I got to go look up the number. But this is not written correctly, right? They wrote this. This must have been some fucking AI that wrote this garbage, all right? But we'll get back to you on that. But I said it earlier. Pereira will be fighting the guy Cyril Gane, the one who just beat Tom Aspinall by eye pokes, right? By accidental eye poke, and had him and basically put him into retirement. 1 second, guys. All right, so this is talking about this is an article I picked up a few days ago before the news that just came out that he'll be fighting on the Ronda Rousey card, right? So they were talking about possible UFC fights because the PFL had dropped Francis Ngannou. He's already been picked up. Francis Ngannou just got picked up by MVP Promotions. So that's it. He's going to be fighting some whoever. Yeah, Quags in there. What's up, Quags? It says June 15th is a Monday. June. Did I say June? But according to that article, it said it was on a Sunday. But there's so much wrong with that article that I don't even know. Like, no joke, but I think some of this shit is written by artificial intelligence. I don't think even people write a lot of this stuff. But we know that he's going to be fighting. I assume that it's going to be on a Saturday, but I'd have to go double check that. I'm going to look that up real quick right now. I'm just going to type it in. 1 second, guys. Doing it live. All right, so everything was wrong about that article. You know that, people? Everything. All right, so the date for the White House card is actually July 4th. It's happening on July 4th. All right? So I'm going to look that up this year. 1 second. See if they got any of this correct. Okay. 1 second. 1 second. All right, so everything on that article that I read, a lot of that shit was wrong except for the fact that those two guys are fighting. It's going down July 4th. That's when this, oh shit. 1 second. Main.
Flesh! By flesh, I mean all that stinking, disgusting meat. Hamburgers. Steaks. The steak sausages. And hot dogs.
We need time for some things to happen.
On the side of the road. The stink of smoked carcasses.
That's the way that vegans act, right, guys? It's freaking vegan, dirty vegans. Anyway, it ain't easy being red, guys. It ain't easy being red. 1 second. One moment. I'm gonna fix this up a little bit. All right, so yeah, Quags said it in there. It's that article was for sure written by AI. It got basically everything wrong. It got the number of the card wrong. It got the date wrong. It got everything fucking wrong. Okay. One moment. Huh, that makes sense. Yes, July 4th makes perfect sense, right? Independence Day. June 15th is a Monday. Yeah, it said June in there. All right? That's fucking retarded. I don't know. I don't even know how they post that shit online. I pulled it up. The only thing it got right is the fact that those two guys are fighting. That's about it. Only one thing. Okay. Went over the Francis Ngannou. They were talking about possible fights for UFC comeback. But it ain't happening, at least not for now. All right. All right, we got Boozy Badass back in the news. Boozy Badass seeks permission to go to China to get himself a little diabetes cure. Later on in the article, it talks about how this was some kind of breakthrough that came out a few years ago. I don't understand how he has to ask permission to go to China. Like, why would he need that? All you need is a green card, right? So they discovered something, some kind of way to reactivate the insulin cells in the body. Supposedly, there was a study that it was successful for over a year where the person didn't have to take any insulin. All right. So that's interesting. Anyway, he wants to go to China and I guess get cured. That's Boosie Badass. He hangs out with Clarissa Shields. Just saying. Makes it kind of relevant, right? All right. I don't know. Veronica's in there. What's up, Veronica? Foot TV. Yeah. Foot TV. And a laughy face. What the hell? Why the weird smiley face? What? Is it the hat? Is it my hat? My hat's pretty cool, I think. I think my hat's cool. Anyway. Moving on. Oh, you got Oprah Winfrey over here with the Ozempic face, huh? I'm not going to show you that, guys. It's a little too disturbing. Okay, I got to find my folder over here. All right. Bootsy Badass being a douchebag. Not a douchebag. He's just looking for a cure for his illness there. Has nothing to do with combat sports, but still, you know. 1 second. Got to move some of these folders around. I have, like, my desktop is so disorganized. All right, one moment. All right, so this has nothing to do with combat sports, but as I always say, we want to throw you some curveballs. You got the one of the stars of the show Pawn Stars, which sounds mighty close to like porn stars. That's like a thing they do. This guy got into a motorcycle accident, broke all kinds of bones. I thought this guy had money, right? That show was actually very popular. He had to go get money from a GoFundMe in order to pay for his hospital bills. The guy actually, he was going broke, so he had to leave the hospital. He was all fucked up, having all kinds of effects from the accident. And so he went to a cheaper hospital and needed to get money from a GoFundMe. Isn't that fucking insane? Like, how do these guys don't make shit, huh? You have one of the top shows on television for years and you're broke? What the? Anyway, with that said, Britney Spears is back in jail, people. They don't say exactly why she's in jail, but she got arrested. This isn't TMZ. We're just letting you know these important things. You know, sometimes we got to step outside of combat sports and step into the lives of shitty, bad singers. Right? Foot TV, huh? Foot TV. This is really, Veronica, is that what you think of me? Is that what you think of me? Foot TV? There's some weird people on the internet that have started calling me Foot TV. That's crazy.
You've killed me.
Good.
That's fucked up. But I'm okay. I'm okay. Bernie Sanders? What the fuck?
They're eating her. And then they're going to eat me.
Yeah, Veronica. Probably has a drinking or drug problem. Yeah, it wouldn't shock me. I mean, I think a lot of those hillbillies, they'll get fucking shit-faced wasted and jump on a motorcycle like a dumbass. Right? All right. So, we got the Britney Spears thing out of the way. The bitch is getting in trouble. I'm sorry for calling her a bitch. I shouldn't do that. That's terrible. Yeah, she's a beautiful young woman. All right? All right, so. Logan Paul plans to sue people for calling him a scammer. That's funny. It's funny because his other brother, Jake, was saying the same thing a few months ago, saying if you said his fights are fake, then he's going to sue you. These guys really are showing off their true Jewness. I mean, it's okay. They're Jewish. It's all right. But, I mean, they're trying to use the legal system to, like, shush people, right? To shush you from exposing the truth. These guys are con artists. This guy is literally a pro wrestler, all right? That's one of the greatest scam cons ever. It's literally fake sports. Sports entertainment. It's fake. And now I know people are in on the joke now, but it started that the sports entertainment wasn't always called sports entertainment. It used to be just called, World Wrestling Federation, right? The wrestling is an actual sport, all right? But now I guess they had to now call it entertainment because people kept pointing out that it's fake. And then they were like, they came out with it and said it's fake. So this guy is a fake fighter. And so he has little boxing competitions that are also fake. So I don't understand. You can't call free speech? Bro, you're a scammer. You're a scammer. We all know you're a scammer. So why wouldn't we point it out? You're going to sue us for calling you what you are? What the?
They're eating her.
Could somebody eat him, please? They're eating her, and then they're going to eat me. My favorite clip is this one, the stinky bladders.
Flesh! And by flesh, I mean all that stinking, disgusting meat. Hamburgers. Steaks.
That's like what vegans do to kind of like not want to eat meat. They try to come up with these disgusting names for it. They're like, disgusting maggot-covered meat slop. Right? All right, so Quack says, the Pokemon BS he tried to pull was hilarious. Just because you paid $5 million for a stupid card doesn't mean it's worth $5 million. Unbelievable. Then Quentin says, call me a scammer and I'll sue. Touch me and I'll sue. I have that clip in here somewhere from Rocky. Remember? Touch me and I'll sue. All right. Something I was talking about earlier, Tom Aspinall signs with Eddie Hearns. Why UFC star joined Matchroom Talent Agency amid Dana White beef. Well, he joined it probably because this little whore, Eddie Hearn, he out of nowhere starts a talent agency. Probably just to buzz in people's ears because he knows he doesn't have the money to fight Zuffa, right? You don't have the money to fight those guys when it comes to money or buying guys. So what he'll do is he'll become a manager and start whispering in these fighters' ears. That's what he's going to do.
And a lot of fans will associate you with obviously boxing.
The power of the tongue. No Diddy.
To be clear on that, obviously Tom is still with the
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, he has a contract with the UFC, so that's not. This isn't about bringing him into boxing. This is a a commercial representation and an advisory capacity to help him across all of his business. And, you know, I'm sure everything that I hear means he can go in there and do.
Eddie Hearn's probably going to help Tom Aspinall get cut from the UFC. He's going to be like, Tom, don't let them treat you like that. Ask for $30 million. And Dana's going to be like, oh, get the fuck out of here. Bye. And then Eddie Hearn will be like, I'll pick you up. You can fight AJ. And then AJ's just like, boom, and knocks him out at the very beginning of the first round. And then it's like, bye-bye, Tom. Your career's over.
Do serious damage in the boxing world, but it's not on the short-term agenda for sure.
All right, there's spiteful Eddie Hearn. All right. Got pissed off at Dana White because he took Conor Benn. And so now he instantly creates a talent agency and he's buzzing in Dana White's fighters' ears. Right? Who knows where that's going to go, but it's just some spiteful shit. That's really what I think it is. Kind of a funny coinkydink that he just signed that guy to a talent agency immediately, right? All right. David Benavidez reveals Canelo Alvarez rejected $150 million to fight him, right? We know this. A lot of people don't want to believe it. It's been known for a while. Canelo ducked David Benavidez.
You couldn't pay me $1 billion to get in the ring with you, bro. There's no way.
They wanted to pay Canelo 150. He didn't want it.
150 mil.
150. He didn't want it.
I mean, it's gonna mess up his legacy a little.
We'll fuck him up.
It's another loss on the record.
All right, fuck Canelo. Let's get back to work.
All right, so fuck Canelo. Get back to work. He let that slip out recently. Right? One moment, guys. Benavidez letting it slip. I mean, there's no shock there. None at all, right?
You couldn't.
They were talking behind the scenes. David was talking to Turkey All the Chicken. Canelo, if you want to go by money, he made a good move because he was able to get $400 million to fight, Crawford, right? Not just Crawford. He had a multi-fight contract. But all he's going to get is that $4 million. All right, so we got is Bad Bunny gay? Here's what he actually said about his sexuality. What do you know what he said? I mean, I just look at him. Gay! That's it. I mean, who cares? Who cares? Gay. That's it. That's all it is. What the hell is up with? Give me 1 second, guys. I look all washed out and fucked up. Where's my face? I have no face! It's fucking crazy. I lost my face in the womb. All right. Benavidez is such a clout chaser. I don't think he's clout chasing. I think he's just annoyed by the fact that he couldn't. This guy, he didn't get to have this guy on his record, right? He was allowed to wiggle out, right? Because boxing is a fucking mess. And this is just, just shows you why the sport needs to change. The guys like this could just wiggle out. Canelo should not have been able to wiggle out of that fight. And people keep making excuses. But the fact is that David was the top guy. Everyone wanted, he was one of the top guys. Everyone wanted to see it happen. And Canelo Alvarez, instead of fighting that guy, kept fighting everyone else but that guy, right? Edgar Berlanga, why? He had no business fighting Edgar Berlanga. He's fighting Munguia. No one wanted to see him fight Munguia. No one wanted Berlanga. No one wanted to see that Caleb Plant fight. He's fighting everybody but David Benavidez that they all wanted. And then in the end, he let it slip that they were offering him $150 million for one fight, right? I think that's actually more than he made to fight Terrence Crawford, right? I think he made, even though he made a boatload of money to fight Crawford, I think it was like $100 million. All right, come on, Quincy. He can make weight. He made weight, man, multiple times. He made weight over and over again. The guy simply didn't want to fight him. Let's not beat around the bush and pretend, just bring up all kinds of stuff that doesn't matter because the guy made weight. He made weight. He fought Caleb Plant. He fought a bunch of guys. He fought that, what is it, Dudu Andre? He made weight for all these different fights. Canelo, it don't matter if the guy made weight or not. Canelo never wanted to fight him. He knew that guy was going to beat him into the dirt. That's why the fight never happened, right? He was going to beat him into the fucking dirt. Here's a little bit of a distraction that I've been seeing all over the internet. Who is that? Fans barely recognize Jim Carrey in a new rare appearance post-retirement. Is Jim Carrey retired since when? I think he has like a TV show. I've been seeing this for the last couple of weeks. I think people are just highly retarded. They're comparing a 30-something-year-old, 40-something-year-old Jim Carrey to a guy that's like almost 70 years old. Now, he looks like he might have put on a little bit of weight, but it definitely looks just like Jim Carrey. So I feel like this is just some stupid-ass distraction that these idiots are spreading this all over the internet saying, oh, that's not Jim Carrey, that's a fucking clone. It's like, are you fucking crazy? What's wrong with you? Top guy that couldn't make weight. Dude can fight guys his own size, fifth grader fighting kindergartners. He's at cruiser. Here he belongs. I don't think he's a cruiserweight at all. I don't even think he's actually a light heavyweight. I think he's undersized at light heavyweight. His best weight is 168. I mean, you got Quentin. Look, you have to fight at your best weight. David Benavidez' best weight is not light heavyweight, and it's not cruiserweight. But he's trying to make money. He can't make money at light heavyweight because they're at 168 because there's really no one there. There's not really anyone there. They're all moving up to light heavyweight and cruiserweight. Clearly a life model decoy. Second, guys. That's what Quag says. All right. I think I already showed you guys this. Shia LaBeouf offers bizarre explanation for a recent bar fight. I think he actually said it was some kind of gay thing. He's like, I'm not gay. What? What are you talking about, Shia LaBeouf? Let's see. I think there might be a little bit of... This might be a video about this whole thing. I mean, are they just trying to distract people? They're over here blowing up Iran, and then we're watching idiots making up shit about Jim Carrey's a clone.
One of the biggest stories of the Mardi Gras season was the arrest of actor Shia LaBeouf. Perhaps you noticed in Rick Gogreve's story earlier in the show, we caught up with LaBeouf dancing on Bourbon Street last night, having a great time. And he wasn't empty-handed. You see those papers there appear to be some of the documents following his arrest. One of them says ROR on it, meaning he was released without having to post bond. Just before 1 a.m. yesterday, the NOPD says LaBeouf became aggressive at a local business in the 1400 block of Royal Street. LaBeouf then allegedly attacked an employee who tried to get him to leave. He was booked with 2 counts of simple battery.
This guy's a fucking mess. He's a mess, isn't he? Anyway, I'm trying to fix my contrast a bit washed out. Anyway, Shia LaBeouf is a fucking mess. They should call him Shia LaMess. Probably a better name for him. Let's end. Sorry, guys. LaBeouf arrested again. Yeah, you know what'd be funny is it'd be funny if he was like actually buff, Shia LaBeouf, right? All right, Quags. Wait, actually, Quentin says Benavidez couldn't make 168. He can't make his so-called best weight, which is just him draining himself to fight smaller fighters. I think he's just taller than them. I don't think he's really. I don't think he's really much bigger than them. Also, if you saw Caleb Plant at their weigh-in, he was dead on the scale. He looked like he was going to die. Caleb Plant has a hard time making that weight. A lot of those guys have a hard time. Benavidez carries a lot more fat on his body, water and fat. You see him outside of the ring, he bloats up. That's not muscle. He's just fat. He's just water and fat. Maybe he doesn't know how to eat. Maybe he's not allowed to take the special supplements that everyone else is taking. But the guy, from what I see, when he gets in the 168, he's as in the best shape that he could be in. You can see he has more muscle. He's leaner. When he goes to light heavyweight, he just looks like a fat guy. When he goes to cruiserweight, he just looks like a fat guy. He looks like a fat 168 pounder. This narrative that this guy is some giant beast, I think it's always been bullshit. Always. And it was all started by Canelo. All of it. All right. So we just saw the whole thing with the Shia LaBeouf. Canelo's just a small guy. Canelo's a small 168. That's the difference. And just because he's small doesn't mean David is some giant monster, you know? He's not a huge, gigantic guy. All right, so over here we got the God of War. We got some new images from the up-and-coming God of War TV show. I'm just going to give my quick review of this. Looks like shit. It looks like garbage. It looks like... What the fuck is this? What is this, a cartoon? Are they kidding? Are they effing kidding? Are they kidding? Oh, wait, that was weird. Sorry. This looks like some bad cosplay. And the background looks majorly fake. This looks stupid. Okay? They went a little too far with the whole video game thing. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Looks like another series that that's going to get ruined. But I feel like Last of Us was already ruined before it hit television, right? It was already ruined. All right, 1 second, guys. Yeah, the guy who weighs 220 and somehow made 168 doesn't take anything. I mean, look, Ricky Hatton would blow it up to like 200 pounds. You know that? We know he was a welterweight, right? And he used to fight at 140, and that guy would blow it up to over 200 pounds. Tyson Fury blowed it up to like 400 pounds. So, I mean, look, guys can blow it up. That doesn't mean that they're these gigantic guys. It just means they don't know how to eat. Yeah, if he floats up to 250, I mean, or 220, I mean, that's actually not even as heavy as Ricky Hatton would get, right? And some people out there saying that this guy's a heavyweight. I mean, come on. That guy, Benavidez ain't no heavyweight. Look, you take off his legs. If you gave him skinny legs, he just look like Nate Diaz. He's just a sort of tall guy, sort of tall for the division, with thick legs. Because he used to be a big fat ass. So he has thick legs. Outside of that guy is not a giant. He's not. He's really not. I saw him fighting guys at light heavyweight that make him look small. Morrell made him look small. Even Yard made him look small. Right? And then the dude he fought before that made him look small. That's all there is to it. I mean, his best weight is 168. It's just the way. That's the truth of it. Best weight's 168. Right? So it looks like they're going to be doing a remake of Resident Evil 1. What is that? A remake of a remake? What the hell? This gives the outline of the up-and-coming Resident Evil games over the next couple of years. Right? We don't have to look at this, but I guess sort of an interesting read because it just tells you the timeline of how everything's going to come out. Right? 1 second, guys. Just looking through this article real quick. 7 years, release, blah, blah, blah. But somewhere in here, I think it had the readout for... Anyway, it doesn't matter. So they're supposedly going to be a remake of Resident Evil 1. Even though, I mean, that's the third remake, right? Or second. All right, so Logan Paul claims that Floyd Mayweather still owes him $1.5 million. Isn't that funny? I mean, how many years ago did that fight even happen? That happened years ago. This guy still owes this guy over $1 million. I saw a few months ago, Jake Paul was saying that this guy hadn't even gotten the money from the Floyd Mayweather exhibition or whatever the fuck you want to call that. He didn't get any of the money. But I guess maybe they gave him some of the money and now he's still owed over $1 million. Yeah, we got Israel Alazani is complaining about the $15 million that Conor Benn's getting paid. Again, I don't even understand why they're giving this guy this big amount of money. I don't think he's that big of a star. I don't think he's deserving of this kind of money. And I heard he's going to be fighting a guy who's actually not that high level. I forgot his name. British fighter. But they're giving him 15 mil for that. I have no idea. Again, I think that was in a lot of ways that Conor Benn shit was just a power move, right? Just to fuck with Eddie Hearn because they had like a little beef for like 2 seconds. Oscar called him an idiot, and they quickly snatched one of his fighters, right? All right, so Israel Al-Lizard, not happy. I guess he wants 15 mil. I mean, look, Israel's on a losing streak. Why would they even pay him something like that, 15 mil, right? They're saying Ben is reportedly being paid 15 million for his boxing match against Regis Prager's. Is that not Prager's? Is that how you say his name? On April 26th, the one-fight deal for Ben has stirred up controversy amongst MMA fighters who rarely see that kind of payout. Right, so Zuffa goes on about this. I mean, I'd like to hear their reasoning for this. So Zuffa boxing is the next challenge. I mean, I don't even know, like, the way they write some of this shit. I'm telling you, I think AI writes a lot of these fucking articles. No joke. Sometimes the wordage is just like, what the fuck is this? Like, it doesn't even make sense. But, so there you go. He's getting 15 mil. I have no idea why they're paying him that amount of money. Doesn't make sense. Sorry, people. I throw some curveballs here from time to time that are retarded. You got LL Cool J over here because Santa Claus beard. LL Cool J rocks. The very look he once swore off. And fans are loving the switch up. Maybe he's got a big fat face. I mean, where's the Santa Claus beard? Is there a Santa Claus beard here? So what is he? He has a white beard now? Dude, Santa Claus doesn't have a little beard like that. Santa Claus has a big bushy beard. What the fuck? How is that a Santa Claus beard? Like, here, let's zoom in on this trash. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, so he has a white beard. Okay. There you go, LL Cool J. The fans are loving it. He has fans still? Does he? I gotta switch this damn camera up. I got it all the way over here. It should be over here. The fuck? Hopefully the audio's okay. Pro Gray. Pro Gray. Pro Gray. All right. Maybe it's the way they wrote it. No kidding. No joke. Some of these articles, they're literally, I think, written by AI because when you read them, they're all wrong. Like everything in there is wrong. Resident Evil films are ass. Is that really? Are they ass? Oh, 1 second, guys. All right. We got Quentin saying something about the Resident Evil films. He thinks they're ass. Right? It's about the weight bullies. 168, the truth. I mean, come on. He wasn't, I don't think he was really a weight bully when that's his best weight. Jim Lampley says he could fight at heavyweight. Definitely will take his word for it. I wouldn't pay too much to Jim Lampley. He's a kind of a piece of shit nowadays. He's not really a very trustworthy guy anymore. He sold out a long time ago. All right. Quentin says, excuses. I don't think it's an excuse. The guy literally is at his best at 168. We can agree to that if we actually watch his performances. He's lost all his power at the higher weights. And it's probably because he's literally just getting fat. The guy can't put on muscle unless he takes steroids. He needs a lot of juice. He can't build up those big muscle bellies and all that like these other guys can. 1 second. Yes, I said it. Isn't that the way I said it? Pro-Gray? I thought I did. I think the way they wrote it was pro-grace. Something like that. That's the way they wrote it. Anyway, who cares? His name is Pro-Gay. Okay, 1 second. We got some more shit about LL Cool J. Don't want to talk about that anymore. All right, so guess what? Former world champion and Floyd Mayweather rival joins bare knuckles boxing. Guess who it is? It's Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz, he signed. Is this like the new thing now that they do anytime a fighter's getting signed to any organization? They just put in big bold print in the background. Signed. Right? So he signed, people. I mean, that should be kind of interesting, I guess, right? That's it. That is kind of the career move for a lot of these aged fighters. I don't think he's the oldest fighter. I think this might be, who knows, this might be a good move for him. Right? Be interesting to watch another pro boxer in... Another pro boxer, you know, compete in the BKFC. Right? You really hung up on this, huh, Quentin? I agree to disagree. Because he's not 25 pounds heavier than his opponents at 175 or 200. I mean, look, that guy, I don't think he's 25 pounds heavier than any of them. That was some more bullshit that Canelo made up. Canelo ducked that guy. No doubt about it. Ducked him. He knows that Benavidez is going to beat the fuck out of him. Berlanga came in the ring versus Canelo at what? 200 pounds? Like 200 pounds. Did Canelo have a problem fighting him? No, he didn't. The reason why is because he knew that guy was going to lay him out. Benavidez was going to retire Canelo Alvarez if they would have fought. I don't think in any world Canelo was going to survive that fight. Okay. All right, so we got Alexander Usyk. He's put his heavyweight titles on the line versus a kickboxer. Right? We're going to see if this says anything about it in this video here. 1 second, guys.
Heavyweight title on the line against kickboxing legend Rico Verhoeven. The crossover bout is set for May 23rd in Egypt. The World Boxing Council first said the belt would not be at stake. then reversed that decision within 24 hours. It ruled Usyk can make a voluntary defense before facing mandatory challenger Agit Kabayel. The World Boxing Council cited Usyk's recent wins over Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and Daniel Dubois while staying unbeaten. Verhoeven, 36, has 76 professional kickboxing fights and recently vacated the Glory Kickboxing heavyweight title after 11 undefeated years.
Proper. 1 second, guys. Sorry.
Oh shit, these guys are cooking! Oh!
All right, so that was pretty cool, right, guys? That's pretty cool. All right. Mayweather KO'd Ortiz with a cheap shot. Yeah, I said that earlier. Hit him with a fucking sucker punch. Laid him the fuck out. Oh, wait, he actually didn't lay him out. Who knows? Maybe that guy took a fucking dive, right? It's not interesting whatsoever. What do you mean, the Verhoeven fight there, Quags? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not really interested in it. Verhoeven is a better fighter, I'd say, than Francis Ngannou, that's for sure. Or even a Wilder, right? You think Wilder would have... I don't think Wilder would do shit. He's not going to do shit versus this guy. 1 second. But it doesn't interest me. It just looks like Usyk's over here cherry picking. He's too much of a high level fighter to be doing stuff like this. But, you know... It is funny that a lot of people talk shit about it, but they wouldn't talk shit about this stupid shit Floyd's doing, right? All that time. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's last name. Oh, okay. I was like confused for a second what you were saying. Come on. You know that Zertle's going to get his ass whipped, right, Quentin? Do you know that? Just answer it. Just be honest. Who are you picking in that Benavidez fight? That Zertle Benavidez. You think he's going to come in there all fat? You think he's going to do that? He's going to burrito himself
Alexander
up?
Usyk.
I think he'll try to get in shape. He might. But he might do what you said. He might just eat a bunch of burritos and drink a bunch of Coca-Colas and come there fat and become the new Butterbean, the Mexican Ecuadorian version. And what's this whole thing of Zerto, Lomachenko mixed with Zerto? I don't think Zerto is as slippery like Lomachenko. Oh, all right. Oh, I'm kind of interested in it. I feel like I think. Look, if he doesn't get clipped on the chin, it might be kind of interesting. He might get a championship belt. Who knows? Depends on if his hands can hold up to it. But you know, he's kind of a head case. We know this. Ortiz is a head case completely. Dude, it's not going to look good for pro boxing if Ortiz goes in there and just gets beat in the first round versus one of these guys. Right. 1 second. I mean, there's a lot of stupid shit going on in boxing right now. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that these fighters are allowed to dictate too much. This whole thing, what Usyk is doing right now is just a sign of what I've been saying for years now on this channel. These guys, they have way too much control. They just have too much control, right? And these guys, they're leading by example. You got the supposed biggest stars in the sport cherry picking. And so now, you know, when guys like Usyk do it, some people get angry. But, you know, they made the example. The boxing world was okay with this. Floyd coming in there, fighting a fucking MMA fighter, right? That's what you got. You got Usyk calling out Deontay Wilder. Like, what the fuck? Like, this guy's finished. I mean, Deontay Wilder's been done for a few years now, right? Gotta lower that static. It looks cooler with the like that, I guess. 1 second, guys. Gotta trap this layer here. All right, there you go. All right, this is something I was said before the recent fight. Alexander Volkanovski was he was concerned about the chin of Max Holloway. I didn't think it mattered because Max was not cutting down in weight. All right. Also, this guy didn't even fight Max. He just held him and hugged him. He tried to choke him. but it wasn't much of a fight. It was just a hold contest.
Is Max in his prime? I'm saying is his chin exactly the same as you? I don't know. So I know it used to be just a granite chin, and then I reckon his skills are fucking just as much as his skills are like in prime, but maybe there's other bits that just maybe declined a little bit. So it would be hard to say he's in his prime, but he's still right there, pretty much in his prime. So pretty much, yeah, you could say he's pretty much in his prime. But fighting Conor McGregor, I don't know. You know what I mean? That's a tricky one.
All right, anyway, it doesn't matter. He said this before. I think Max Holloway definitely can beat guys. I would pick Max versus Ilya. I think you would beat him, but he fought Oliveira, who had no intentions of actually fighting him in a stand-up fight. And he even clipped Max a couple of times in that fight. Max catching him at the very end of that of that fifth round, hit him with a nice right hand, but a little too late. Okay? A little too late. Fight was horrendous. Right? All right, we had, I didn't get to see this fight this weekend. We got Cody Garbrandt explains how he finally found peace amid all the chaos surrounding him. Fighting saved my life. All right, so this guy is a mess. He's been known to be a mess for a while. The guy grew up hard. I mean, look, the guy's getting tattoos of the villain from The Lion King. What the fuck's going on here, bro? You get all this work done, and at the end, you're like, you know what I'm missing? A sword across my eye. I mean, when it's usually that the scar is created by the sword, but he got like this sword as a tattoo over the eye. What the fuck? Anyway, Cody, no love. A lot of problems over here, right? Supposedly. 1 second. I closed the fucking article like a moron. And oh shit, wait. Did I just close? Oh, sorry guys. Sorry. This looks a little disjointed. Maybe I should remove the static from the background, right? Anyway, guy's got it hard, but he's overcome some shit, and now he's feeling a little better. Canelo Alvarez recently coming out, and he's moving the goalposts when it comes to his retirement. Now he's saying that he might be retired in 2 years. Okay, 1 second. We're going to see if we can watch this little video here. 2 years. I have 2 years left. Right? Quentin, it says that Austin Trout versus Victor Ortiz, BKFC, would be good. Yeah, I mean, that's why you bring the guy in, right? You bring him in and you create fights like that. Canelo. Okay, so this shit is going to commercial, and then it's going to commercial and going to commercial again. So fuck that, right? 1 moment. Let's see what this looks like when I remove this fucking static from the background, right? Because this just looks stupid. All right, 1 moment. Let's see if I can... Yeah, you know, it's like food TV. That's like the whole theme. It's like a TV thing, right, guys? That's why I put that in there. But I'm going to remove this static and see what that looks like. All right, let's see this. Maybe. Let's see if we'll adjust this green screen effect a little bit. Because we got a little staticky shit in the background there. Anyway, I got to get some more light on my green screen. Maybe that's what I need. Let's see if we fix this up a little bit. 1 moment. Put this white light in here. Maybe that'll fix it. Damn it. Can't fix it. Urgh. All right, The Real Food TV. You're watching it live on The Real Food TV. It's very live. We're super duper live over here. We're live on shittube.com, people. Subscribe to The Real Food TV, and you can donate to our Venmo in the description of every video on this channel if you want to support this amazing, amazing channel. It is pretty damn amazing, gotta be honest. All right. Subscribe. Hit that like button. I heard it helps the channel, right? All right, so we got Conor McGregor's told he has just two options for UFC return, with historic rematch mooted. All right, sorry guys, I literally got a camera in front of my readout. This is a new setup I have here. I didn't used to have the camera pointed at me. All right, so they got a couple of opponents here, just 2 of them. All right, I don't understand why you can't make a Conor versus Nate Diaz. I mean, I feel like that's the fight everyone would want, right? I would watch that shit. Who wouldn't watch that? Or Conor versus Nick Diaz, all right? Let him fight Nick. 1 second. All right, so I'm scrolling down here to see the opponents they have here. It says the Irishman is believed to be planning a comeback this summer and will be cleared to compete with when his 18-month suspension for missing 3 anti-doping tests expires in a couple of weeks. All right, so this guy for sure was on PEDs, but he rather missed the test than get popped for the PEDs, right? All right, as far as Conor is concerned, there's 2 options in my opinion. It's you bring me back Nate Diaz, or it's the winner of Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway. All right. I think it would be a terrible, 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 terrible idea for Conor McGregor to fight Charles Oliveira. That would be the stupidest decision ever. You also got to keep in mind, Charles Oliveira is a strong lightweight. Now, his chin might not be strong, but he is strong. He was grabbing Max Holloway, who's kind of big for a lightweight. Maybe not the biggest. I wouldn't say maybe not big, but he's filling into the weight well. Charles Oliveira is a big lightweight. He is a welterweight fighting at lightweight. This is why he's got no chin, killing himself to make that weight. He literally looks like the Crypt Keeper before he died. So this would be a terrible idea. I would tell Conor McGregor, do not fight Charles Oliveira, you fucking idiot. And he's not going to. But that's the guys they have lined up. I'd tell the UFC, go get Nate Diaz, dudes. Go get Nate Diaz. Even if Conor McGregor was the same size as Charles Oliveira, identical, we don't want to see it. After Charles Oliveira's last performance on Saturday, who the fuck wants to see him fight anybody? Right? I don't. Because that fight was hot shit! What? Jack Thompson. It's terrible. It's gotta be honest. Gotta be effing honest. This is what I felt like when I saw that fight.
Can I help you?
Coffee.
There's no coffee here in Nilbog. It's the devil's drink.
Eggs. Bacon.
Are you crazy, boy? We're vegetarians here in Nilbog. Didn't you know that? Here's some Nilbog milk. Special milk, high in vitamin content. Here is free.
Free?
Of course it's free. We love tourists here in Nilbog.
They love tourists. They love them. I like how he's like, eggs? Ugh. Ugh. Canelo's return will be legendary. Will it? He's coming back for that fight. I think it's in May, isn't it? He's going to be fighting Mexico versus the world. That's what they're calling it. Okay, Ortiz was a fun scrapper. He was. The Berto fight he had, the first one was good, right? All right. I think some comments have been removed from here. All right. Quags hates exciting fighters. What? All right. The Quags was timed out by... What the... You kicking Quags out of here, Quentin? Let him back in, you son of a... No, you can't do that. Let him back in. How dare you? Look at this. What the F? This guy kicked Quags out. Look, I'm going to show you on the screen when I bring up the phone. Look at this. This son of a... Don't time him out, you son of a... It's a rainy day when you kick Quags out of the room. All right. Got a couple more news topics over here. I'm going to go to the little sports room real quick. While I'm doing that, I got a little story to pull up over here. All right. Just getting used to the whole camera setup, people. That's why it's a little clunky. Sorry about that. All right. Before I go to the little sports room, all right, we got a story here. Very important story here. And I got P. Diddy planning biggest party ever for when he's released from prison. Watch out, people. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Shit. This is some creepy shit, people. He's over here. He's basically taunting people, right? He's planning a big ass P Diddy party. All right, we got a war going on here between Quentin and Quags in the comments. All right. I wanted to see him fight Brandon Rios back in the day, but it never happened. I heard those guys had a big beef, didn't they? Sorry, guys. I got to put my head down. This is where my mic is. I really got to change this setup. No joke. No Diddy. All right. Check. All right. Hopefully it's not blasting. All right. Quags calls Quentin, you little... He's called him a little shit. It's getting heated. These comments are heating up. Got free speech in there. Just a little trolling. All right. Just a little trolling. Quags. It's okay. Can you guys just handle a little trolling from time to time in life? I thought that was a little messed up. 1 second, guys. All right. 1 moment. Step away for 1 second. It's just 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 half a minute. Seeing one thing, I want to see I forgot the name of the film. Damn it. Forgot the name of the film I want to show you guys the trailer of. All right, anyway, I'll show a cool one. This should be a good one. It's one of my favorite movies from my childhood.
Phantasm. The delusion
Right
of
back,
a
guys.
disordered mind. A phantom.
Actually, I want
a
to show
spirit.
the original trailer. Original. 1979, you mother effers. What the F? All right. 1979. Sweet 1979, huh?
Phantasm. Is it a nightmare? Phantasm. Is it an illusion? Phantasm. Is it an evil?
You have to take me home.
But why?
No questions. You must take me home.
Phantasm. Is it a fantasy? Phantasm. Is it alive?
There was nobody driving.
Whatever it is. If this one doesn't scare you, you're already dead. Phantasm.
Phantasm. It's pretty awesome, huh, guys? That's back when movies were good. Great, movie scores and the whole thing, right? They had it all going on for them, and then it all hit the shit fan. I mean, maybe they'll go back to it. You can't beat practical effects. Just that alone made that film... Well, just the fact it's stylized, right? It actually has a style. Nowadays, everything sounds the same. It's all the same music. It's all bullshit. It's all effing bullshit, all right? All right, 1 minute. Jack Johnson, right? It's a little trolling. That lady guy had Quentin's survival skills. That last guy. I thought you said lady. Wow, this is how bad my eyesight is. 1 second. That last guy had Quentin's survival skills. What guy in the trailer? Sorry, I walked away. I just got back from the sports room. Right. I mean, look. This is what Quags look like when Quentin removed them from the chat. This is him right here. He was looking at Quentin like, "You're gonna die. I'm gonna kill you." Huh? Oh no, wait. We got to zoom in again. Wait, can I zoom in a little more? I got to open this in a different thing. Then we'll be able to zoom in. Well, what the fuck? Let me save it. Open image and new tab. All right, there you go. Here, there you go. He was all like, "You're gonna die. You're gonna die." This is how he looked at Quentin. You fucking with the wrong guy. You fucking with the wrong guy. What? I'm in the jacuzzi. Fuck the jacuzzi. All right. With that said, let's lighten things up a little bit in here, guys. It's a very late night edition of Foo Sports Live. Very late. Very, very, very late. In the heart of every family,
there's a love that starts by letting go. Step by step and day by day, reaching out along the way. Hand in hand we face our fears, together through the years. We get closer through happiness and tears, and in our hearts we share the laughter and the sadness, a special kind of happiness, together through the years. Life is such a sweet insanity. It's nice to know your friends are near.
All right, watch Buddy. Quaz can barely control a .22 caliber gun when he shoots it. All right, that's messed up. That's messed up. It's actually starting to get warm over here in New York City. It was really actually it got as high as I think 70 degrees today. Pretty insane. Beautiful day. Right. All right. I already read this story. We're gonna zoom out because I now have all my articles fucking ultra zoomed in. All right. We're gonna back this up a little. Got to back this shit up. All right. One moment. I'm gonna get this out of here. Gonna move some of these files. All right, we've already gone through these two articles here. One of them is about Cody. We already went there. Conor McGregor doing tests. All right. All right, so this is basically more of the same kind of very similar. Conor McGregor doping test offers telling hints into UFC return. All right, so we already know about this. He's got just a couple more weeks, and he's going to be back in the testing pool. He got, I think it was, a 2-year ban for not showing up, not doing the testing, right? He failed to test, and so they just instantly gave him that. And that's not too bad compared to, like I said, he could have got 5-10 years, who knows, if he would have tested. The guy for sure was taking shit. I mean, he was filming movies. He was making some movies. He was recovering from a snapped leg. I mean, what do you want him to do? I mean, if it's going to help his recovery to heal his broken, snapped leg, man, go right ahead, dude. Because lots of these guys are doing this shit anyway, so, why not take it, right? In that case, I mean, he wasn't in the ring, and they do say sometimes this shit offers you positive effects even after you've taken it. So, anyway. All right, so we got Ryan Garcia calls out Devin Haney. Rematch gains momentum. This guy, Devin Haney, he's flip-flopping on this, and from what I hear, it's been announced that Devin Haney might actually be fighting Rolly Romero, right? So this Ryan Garcia fight, they're pushing that, putting that in the back burner. Devin Haney's just trying to carry whatever momentum he has, which is not much. I don't believe he has much momentum, but more power to him, I guess. All right, so Ryan Garcia wrote, "Hey, Haney, if it's time to end you, it's time. You will be erased. I heard you speaking my name. If this is what you want, let's start this discussion. Mark my words, you'll never fight again after this. So let that sink in and accept it before you say yes." Yes. Pretty threatening words from Ryan, huh? He doing that wrestling promo in there. Ryan ain't fucking around. Ryan's like, think about it. What? That's actually a reference to Mel Gibson, if you guys know. Remember he had that little meltdown with his wife? She's like, oh, you don't come to jacuzzi. And Mel was like, fuck the jacuzzi. All right, so Navarrete unifies WBO IBF titles with 11th round TKO Nunes. I wasn't a huge fan of the stoppage, but it was a very dominant performance. In my book, one of the most impressive performances I've seen of 2026. Very, very impressive. Navarrete has done it. Very impressive. Looking better than Shakur, the boar, the whore. It's obviously, people, it's very obvious that this has become the Navarrete era in boxing, okay? We wish him luck. Very good performance. All right? This is probably one of the reasons Shakur, the boar, went up, because I think a guy like this, as dynamic as he is as a puncher, he might have beat the living fuck out of Shakur, the boar, the whore. All right? Guy's very good. He's very good. All right? What is that? Is that really fucked up crab traps season? What are you guys talking about in there? All right, what is this? Was that the song Pumped Up Kicks? Yes, that was the song Pumped Up Kicks. Let's read some of the comments over here. That was Pumped Up Kicks, man. All right, spring is later this month. That winter storm in January. Wait, I can't see that winter storm in January sucked. Over here, a lot of times, I don't know what state you're in, guys, but in New York State, I mean, sometimes spring comes along and you think, oh shit, look, it's starting to get warm. And then it'll get really warm one day, and then we'll have like 3 more weeks of fucking snow. The biggest storm will come at the end of it'll come at the end of spring. It's fucking crazy. And while part of New York State I live in, it gets cold even in fucking summer. It'll be like 40 degrees at night. It's insane. All right? I miss summer. All right? Spring is like, was that the song Pumped? All right. I think I already put that up on the screen. Yes, it was the song Pumped Up Kicks. All right. Quinta says terrible fight. What's the terrible fight? Yeah, that really fucked up crab trap N season for Quentin. You are soft-shelled and overboiled. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Oh my God. I can't say that. You're not going to say this. Quentin, you guys can read that among each other. Anyway, Navarrete coming out and having himself a very good performance there. Looking forward to his next fight. It was very impressive. All right, Prime Video God of War unveils. Okay, we already saw this. We'll just show you another image of it. This is another article about this unveil of this really shitty looking God of War TV show. That looks terrible, people. That to me looks a level below Xena Warrior Princess. It looks like the movie 300. It looks like it's all green screen, and it's done very poorly. I mean, that shit literally looks like a PS5 game. Like, really? Did you really need to make it look that? Like, the armor, that looks identical to the PS5 game. Like, everything looks almost identical. And that's not a good thing. Okay? It's a video game. They have polygon budgets and all that. You should make that shit look very realistic. It looks like cosplay. Looks stupid. All right? 1 second, guys. All right, this is a small interview about Manny Pacquiao. This is Manny Pacquiao's comeback from $1 fights to challenging Floyd Mayweather. The whole story. We're going to watch just a tiny bit of this. All right, just a little bit. What's funny is I saw an interview recently with Andre Ward, and he was talking to a fighter that had been cheated with low blows, I think it was. I think he was talking. They had, out of all the people to interview about dirty fighters, they had Andre Ward interviewing the person about a dirty fighter. I figured out exactly which it was. I think it was actually Louis Resto. I think that's what they were talking about. The Louis Resto situation. And they had Andre Ward interviewing them. What? What's up, Dark?
What age did you retire at? 33.
Wouldn't be the same.
Huh?
It wouldn't be the same.
That should be part of it.
All right, we're going to skip
known
ahead.
as a box-
We're going to skip ahead a little bit.
Sir, I earn, of course, financial aspect, like, you know, I can help. I help my family, my own family.
Oh, sorry. It wasn't Louis Resto. It was, I think it was Chris Eubank's father. It was a fighter that punched a guy in the head a bunch of times, the back of the head. It was a British fighter. I forget. It might have been Connor Benn's father. What's his name? Nigel? Give me 1 second. I'm going to see if I can find that. They interviewed the family of the guy who was punched in the back of the head. And he was being interviewed by Andre Ward. Out of all people to interview about dirty fucking fighters, you get one of the dirtiest boxers in boxing history. It's crazy. Damn, I wish I knew what it was. What's Andre Ward's page? Maybe I'll type it to see if it comes up. Doing it live, people. I want to see. Andre Ward has a show on YouTube, does he not? And so it was on his show. He talked about this. It's fucking crazy. Like, I just think it's just so comical that you would, out of all the fighters to interview about dirty fighters, sitting across you is a guy that elbows fighters in the face, hits him with rabbit punches, hits him with low blows, right? 1 second. I think maybe I found the page. No, I didn't actually. This is Carl Froch interviewing the guy that, wait, 1 second. Why Andre Ward suddenly retired while being ranked number 1? 1 second, guys. Yeah, I think I actually found the interview. We're just going to watch a tiny bit of this.
Is offering any large pizza for just.
So this, I found the interview here. 1 second. One moment, please. Got a pizza ad here. Not very relevant to boxing. Unless you're, wait 1 second. Unless you're talking about a boxer who had really bad skin, which I don't know which one has bad skin, right?
For the fight.
All right, so this is McCullen. This is the guy McCullen. His family. It might be as his co-founder. It's an organization. They're talking to some people that are related to McCullen, okay? And the interviewer is Andre Ward. Hilarious.
Welcome back to another installment of The Art of War. This is a series that's dedicated to having compelling conversations with compelling people from all walks of life.
Why not just say having conversations?
And today my guest is a very special lady who has dedicated her whole life to helping her brother, Gerald G-Man McClellan, former two-time middleweight champion, who suffered a massive brain bleed in 1995 when he moved up to super middleweight to fight Nigel Benn in Nigel Benn's country. In the 10th round, Gerald took a voluntary knee, started to blink, things looked off, and shortly after that, Gerald had a massive brain bleed, needed to be rushed to the hospital for life-saving surgery. But what ensued after that is what a lot of people don't talk about.
What ensued after that was him being sued?
Was he sued? Hopefully.
Give us an update on where Gerald is right now.
I mean, this is just amazing comedy. I keep saying it, that this guy, out of all people.
So what did that dirty bitch do? Did he punch him low? I would never do that much.
How's he doing? Has there been any improvements?
Since we've started
Has there been any improvements?
Working with Dr. Mark Gordon, who is a doctor that works with patients.
Dr. Mark Gordon, who's a doctor.
With traumatic brain injuries. I have seen a lot of improvements. Before we started with Dr. Gordon, the hard of hearing was something that got misconstrued from the beginning because he's
misconstrued.
Not actually hard of hearing. It was his brain wasn't comprehending what you were saying. But his hearing is fine. He's completely blind. Because of the brain damage, He has a lot of behavior issues. He requires 24-hour care. I pretty much have to do everything for him. So,
I mean, this is terrible. This is fucking terrible.
And I don't think I've heard a doctor say concussion. I don't think I've heard a promoter say concussion. I've certainly not had have heard other fighters say the word concussion. So I know that that wasn't something that.
All right, Gerald McCullen, I don't think he was hit in the head. He had brain damage from being hit in general. He was hit in the back of the head, Quentin. They have it in towards the end of the fight. He was hit in the back of the head a couple of times. Andre Ward would have elbowed him when he took a knee. Yeah, exactly. He'd be like,
I would never cheat ever, only low blows and elbows. Are those cheating? That's not cheating. You can't get a brain bleed from a low blow, just a ball bleed.
It was used back then. I'm not even sure they even knew what a concussion was back then. Did y'all?
I don't think so.
What the fuck?
But
wait a second. They didn't know what a concussion was back then? You're fucking crazy. 1 second, people. I don't know why the fuck this isn't showing the video. 1 moment. Some of my hotkeys are fucking broken. Right. So I gotta turn this off manually right now. Gotta scroll to it and turn it off. There you go.
in the last 3 to 4 years that I've been working on the foundation and working with the doctors, I've learned a lot about concussions. And so looking back after I know what I know now, it probably was a concussion and it went untreated.
And then the second impact syndrome, you don't get the first one dealt with, you don't rest properly, let the brain rest.
I always watch out for the second impact syndrome. I hit him one good time, and then I let him slide. Ward, so tell, how is McCullen doing after feeling the effects of the dark arts?
Second one comes, and that's where the problems come in at.
And
it's a fight.
I've also learned that having 2 concussions back to back without it being healed is a precursor for a brain bleed. So one of Gerald's teammates from Kronk wrote me a letter after Gerald got hurt, and he said that he believed Gerald was hurt before the Nigel Benn fight. And I got really upset after I read the letter. And I called him and said, you know, don't go starting that rumor because we don't know that. But he said when he was sparring with Gerald one day, Gerald started blinking like he did in the Nigel Benn fight. And he said first Gerald accused him of thumbing him in the eye, and then later came back to tell him that he didn't. But it's a possibility that might have started something in '94. And he never.
They needed to speed up this interview.
I tried
anyway,
everything.
There you go. I just thought it was funny that, I mean, if you guys want to watch that, it's kind of insightful, I guess, you know? Just funny that it's being presented to you by Andre Ward. That is pretty comical.
My brother, my sister, everything like that. And I help other people also. I share my blessings that I have, that the Lord gave it to me.
What have you learned over the years, like with the balance of giving? Because, you know, I've seen you pass out money and you're always serving other people. But giving people money and giving people cars and maybe houses, like, where's the balance between giving and then saying, okay, I can't give that much?
I always believe that when you give, you will receive. I mean, I'm happy doing that, helping other people, because I've been there. The situation, the feeling of being nothing.
Yes.
Sometimes you eat, sometimes none. Like, I just drink water to survive. Oh, it's really hard. I can see and I can feel those.
Lloyd's like, but I didn't get to eat McDonald's on Thursday. That shit was hard. You don't know what it's like to be from the hood. My daddy, he smoked crack. He smoked crack because he bored. That motherfucker smoked crack.
These fortunate families that are around in the streets. That's what I'm doing. Like giving shelter, make a subdivision, houses.
Oh, wait, did you just say the N-word? What?
Like giving shelter, make a subdivision. Like giving shelter, make a subdivision.
He said, wait, what? Yeah, I know. He said make up. Anyway, Manny Pacquiao, great man. Good man. Good Christian man. Anyway, we got something to show you here. This is very, very important that we show this here.
Practiced it like
Oh
crazy,
my God,
but
is that Jim Carrey? That's not Jim Carrey.
Then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there, receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead. And I made mistakes, and I was like.
Anyway, a lot of idiots spreading this shit all over the internet over the last couple of weeks. I feel like the government's in on this shit, spreading this through the idiot net, right? Going on about the internet again. The internet is kind of funny, right? Because you know what a net is, right? It's what a spider creates a net, a web. You know, like they called it the World Wide Web. And you know the spider usually catches its prey in the web. So this is kind of what's happening to us. This internet shit is or the World Wide Web, as they called it, right? The World Wide Web. We're all getting caught in that web. And so now all these idiots they're watching this stupid Jim Carrey's a clone shit. And it's just discrediting the truth movement in order to basically make you look like a fucking idiot, right? That's Jim Carrey, you dumb mother. Beep! You dumb. It's Jim Carrey, right? Ward, you know, Manny. You worship God. I'm the son of God. SOG. Ward is a trash bag. Manny Pacquiao. Manny the GOAT. Manny, no! Right? Cullen was hitting the back of the head through, though, and is now a hand. Oh, damn. That rabbit punch shit. I mean, it's to the point that maybe they should come up with some kind of headgear that blocks the, that it blocks the back of your head. Right? Maybe they should create something like that. Why not? Because guys are constantly punching dudes in the back of the damn head. You see it all the time. Even with an open hand, they'll like, boom! And they just hit guys right in the back of the head. I feel like when a fighter does it intentionally, there should be an instant point deduction. Instant. The fact that you see that happen so common and they never take a point is crazy. Imagine a whole career been hit with those. A career of being hit by those little punches to the back of the head. That shit is going to destroy your brain. I see it all the time. Look at Devin Haney. I mean, Devin Haney doing that shit all the time. All right? With that said, we have ourselves a very intelligent person.
And I want to walk you through the precautions that I took to make sure that I was able to do this event as safely as possible for myself. So the first thing that I did was I taped my mask to my face. I used a fresh mask. I installed a drinking valve so I was able to drink fluids through a straw. And I taped my mask to my face with double-sided fashion tape. So that gives me a better seal. And it meant that when I was scream singing along with the band, I could do that without breaking my seal. So that was the first thing. The second thing is I decked out my mask, which isn't necessarily a precaution, but for me, it makes being COVID cautious a lot more fun. And it was really fun to go to a metal show with all of this glam all over my face.
Why are people still doing this stupid shit? You know there's people actually still doing this? I mean, I don't know why they ever did it. Just a full disclosure, I never did it. I was like, fuck that. I know you motherfuckers are fake as hell. You believe everything the fucking devil tells you, bro? You stupid? You're gonna let the devil weaponize your ass? This idiot's still wearing a mask.
I checked with security in advance to make sure I could bring my portable air purifier, which I kept in front of my face the entire time. So I was breathing purified air as much as possible. And I am masking in my apartment to protect my roommate for the next 5 days until I can plus life test on days 5 and 10. I kept my mask on the entire time from when I left my house to when I walked back in the door, and I will be doing twice daily nasal rinses.
Anyway, they've now downgraded this little super duper bug to on the same level as a cold, which is what it always was. Okay? That's what it always was. All right? All right, RFK Jr.'s latest physical health advice. Workout in jeans, baby! Like a real man. Do it. Oh, wait, I want to zoom this. 1 second, people. Why didn't you let me fucking zoom it, bro? Zoom! Sorry, people, I want to zoom this. Why doesn't it let me click on the fucking zoom? 1 second, people. I gotta see this in all its glory. 1 second. We're gonna see if we can go into the actual full video where we can zoom it. There you go. There you go, baby. Let's see this guy. I mean, that's how a real man works out. You don't put on some gay like gym shorts. You just go in there in your fucking jeans, people. You don't need any weird gym outfit. Come on. I gotta have the right music for this. Right music, right? All right. Why is this fucking glitching? 1 second, people. RFK showing us what a real man does, right, guys? Disgusting. What's disgusting? What are you talking about over here? What do you mean disgusting there, Quentin? What's disgusting? Is it that I'm pushing this to the limit? Limit! All right. All right, see that Tourist Boxing made a video on Floyd and Manny looks more natural, healthier than Floyd. Yeah, I said that a few episodes ago in there, Skull Kid. I said that Floyd is just falling apart. Manny Pacquiao's still healthy. Both sparring for September. What do you mean, who? Floyd and Manny? What's that RFK? RFK is okay, all right. Oh, yeah. He's okay with that, you're saying? Is what? Really? Really? I mean, I don't believe any of these guys, man. Like, I don't take any of them. I think the videos are cute. They're funny. But I don't trust any of these motherfuckers. And I don't put that past them. That's a pesticide, right? I think that actually causes cancer. But he's okay with that. He's like, oh, just a little bit of poison's okay, guys. It's not the world. It's not the end of the world. All right. So RFK, he wants you to work out in blue jeans for some weird reason. I guess to pretend he's a farmer. All right. All right. So Kobe Covington urges Usman. All right. Usman trilogy to settle unfinished business outside the UFC. Sorry, guys. I literally have the camera in front of my screen over here. I got to change my setup. This isn't the final form because, as you can see, the camera's looking at the side of my head. Ideally, I would want it right in front of me. But the problem is that I have a lot of equipment over here. If I spun the camera, you can see monitors and all kinds of shit in this space. I have the music equipment and loads of all kinds of shit. But anyway, so you know, it's hard to even see the screen here. But I don't see why would they have a third fight when this guy lost the first two? Are they going to have a rubber match? What, rubber match of what? You lost the first two fights. He's like, we need to settle this. I lost the first and second match, but I'm going to win the third. I mean, I'd watch it, maybe. I mean, Usman is kind of an aged fighter. His knees are completely gone, right? His knees are shot completely. He's a very good fighter. but I'd probably watch it. But I mean, both guys are in the decline. But I think Kobe might be even further on the decline. So Demi Moore, this is not boxing. This is the sport of old ladies looking kind of hot still. Demi Moore unveils a hair transformation, okay? They're going to see her little transformation. She cut her hair, people. She cut her hair short. She's like, what is she now, like 60-something? I mean, she's a cute older lady. And she got a little doggy in her lap, okay? There you go, Demi Moore cutting her hair. Making the news still. Lady cuts her hair and they give her a news article for it, right? Isn't that crazy? She's fashionable. That's what it is. That's combat sports news. Demi Moore, right? Is that impressive? You guys impressed by that? All right, so you got Gal Gadot gets body shamed after new photos surface of her wearing a crop top. How dare you? How dare you? Ah!
Flesh!
Flesh! It's hilarious. It sounds like a meeting of the... It's like a meeting of the vegans. That's what they would say, right? Flesh! Flesh!
Flesh! And by flesh, I mean all that stinking, disgusting meat.
Right? I love that sound. It's hilarious. Gal Gadot over here. She's kind of pretty. I mean, look, anybody who's like anti-Jewish women, they'll be like, yeah, that's a pretty good looking Jewish lady. Okay? Just saying. All right, so here's the images of Gal Gadot, right? Wonder Woman herself. Just look at me. She's not that fat. She's not really fat. She's just got a little chub on her, man. She would survive a couple of days in a famine. She just has a weird body type, doesn't she? She's got like these weird gangly arms, long arms, but like long legs, not much hips going on there. Where is she? Where the hell is she? Yeah, she got a little chub on her. She doesn't seem to be staying like working out or anything, but she has a weird body type. Again, the fat doesn't do her well. She's got like an athletic build, long legs. She has to stay lean to look kind of good. Yeah, she just looks kind of like a basic girl. Like she eating little bananas. She's getting shamed. I mean, she's also like 40 or something too, right? I mean, most 40-year-olds don't even look like that nowadays. Right? She's in Costa Rica. Costa Rica. Gal Gadot. You guys impressed by Gal Gadot? There she is. There she is. Mrs. Israel. Oh, I still got a video game thing in there. What the hell? Anyway. All right, Skull Kid says, she okay. I mean, she's got a pretty face. She has a pretty face, right? One second. You say she okay? Yeah, she is. She's pretty good. She's all right. She's okay. The girl looks all right. She's all right. I mean, she looks more like an adult version of Natalie Portman. I mean, Natalie Portman, even in her 40s, still looks like a fucking little kid. It's like weird. So, I mean, she's just like a better looking version of Natalie Portman. She's like an adult version of Natalie Portman. All right. But she got a little chub. She got a little chub on her, and she's not happy that the internet is sort of pointing out that she's got more weight on her. So, I mean, whatever. She could still beat Clarissa Shields, I think, probably. Probably punches harder than Clarissa Shields. All right. This is more of the same. This is same shit. You know, Jim Carrey sparks unrecognizable comments during rare public appearance in Paris. This for sure had to be a distraction by the government, because this guy is not unrecognizable. This is very clearly Jim Carrey. And this shit was spread all over the internet like wildfire. It's bullshit. And idiots actually were going along with this. I would see this. I would like want to pull my ears off watching this. I'm like, are you people retarded? Like everyone's saying he's been cloned. Like you didn't even know if they can clone people, and you just know for a fact that this guy's been fucking cloned. Really? You've already retired. You're retired. All right. We already saw this. This is that guy Shia LaBeouf. He's a mess. I'm going to get out of this story here. Just going through some of my files here, people. One second, guys. It says Amazon CEO says many jobs we've thrown human beings at for the last 20 to 30 years won't need as many humans. All right, so we've been talking about this for a long time on our CW News. More and more human jobs are being taken away by AI, and this is the reason why they're covering everything up. They keep throwing all these retarded little distractions at you. It's because this is what's coming in, the fourth industrial revolution. All right? Doesn't have to do with boxing, but this actually might replace boxers one day too, right? Robots or artificial intelligence. It'll basically just calculate stuff at random and create you boxing matches. So no more boxers. This is going to affect the world in a profound way, and this is the reason why we've been bringing this up for a long time on this channel, because I know what's coming. A lot of people do, and they're beating you over the head with Gal Gadot's little cute belly, right? Little belly, and trannies and all this other stupid shit that no one cares about, that they want you to care about, all right? All right, here, this story, we've already gone over this. Usyk's going to be fighting Rico Verhoeven for the WBC title in his book from May 23rd, which is, again, it just shows you how shitty these sanctioning bodies are. I love Usyk as a fighter, and I think Verhoeven is a far better fighter than striking-wise. Even with his hands, he's probably better than Deontay Wilder. Who knows? And you never know, people. Maybe he could pull it off, Verhoeven. But that's a kickboxer. They shouldn't be making fights like this. Don't tell me that you're pissed off that you're going to try to strip guys for fighting in a boxing organization. A boxer fighting a boxer when it comes to, what's his name? Opataya fighting a boxer. And they're going to strip him for that. But they're not going to strip Usyk for fighting a kickboxer? Really? Out of all the boxers out there, you're going to fight a kickboxer? Right? Terrence Crawford says Paul versus Tyson fight was scripted. What's new? You're so late to the party. You're late to the party, Victor.
I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. Been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's.
All right, well, first of all, that video of Tyson there throwing those punches is sped up, and he's about 30 years younger, okay? But you can see here he is not trying to slip and punch. This is what Tyson was famous for, right? Slip and rip. And he's not doing it here. He's simply just defending.
I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street.
See, Mike is basically going against his nature, not hitting his guy. But that's a stupid example to show this. You probably should just go show the Roy Jones exhibition where Mike actually threw a couple of punches, and he's closer in age, right? Anyway, Mike Tyson came out recently after the Anthony Joshua, AJ, sorry guys, it's fucking late. Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul fight. Mike came in after and he said the fight was fucking fixed. He, from his own mouth, he said that fight was fixed. I guess Terrence Crawford never saw this video, but it's already been cat's out the bag. Mike admitted it. He said he threw the fight. Both of them. It was a fake fight. And I think that the reason why Mike did that, is because he was angry, because that damaged his legacy, right? That AJ's doing better than Mike. But the truth is that even 50-something-year-old Mike Tyson, almost 60, could have knocked out Jake in one round. I think he could have laid him out. You saw the way, even for 60, he moves better than AJ. And not throughout, but for a round or two, Mike could do a lot of slip and rip, right? Shit like, and just come right back, right? He could do that. He could do that you've seen him in the training. He trains harder than a lot of these prime guys. So I could totally see him slip and come back and have at least 2 good rounds in him. The only thing is that in this fight, he wasn't allowed to do that. He had agreed to not hurt this guy, right? So Terrence Crawford believes the fights are fixed, and he would be correct. And he doesn't need to believe they're fixed. They were fixed. That's a fact. Right from Mike Tyson's mouth. Okay, this is the one we already talked about. Sir, Conor Ben makes his Zuffa boxing debut. He's going to be fighting Rodriguez Prograis, however you pronounce that, Prograis, on Tyson Fury's Netflix return card. All right, so that Tyson Fury is going to be the main event. There's Mr. Prograis. He's going to be fighting Conor, the overpaid bum. I mean, he's not a bum, but he's not as advertised. I mean, he's overpaid. All right. Will Tyson follow the script against Lil Floydy? Yes, he definitely will. I think he will. I think it's another fake fight. I don't think on No Planet that's listed as an exhibition, so that's going to be a hot steaming turd. I can't believe they're even still doing that. Absolute horseshit, right? Absolute garbage. I can't believe they're going to keep doing it. I can't believe they're going to do it. I heard they're actually still going to do that fucking exhibition. Does anybody really care to even watch that? And then I said it earlier, Manny Pacquiao's also having an exhibition. Stupid. And it makes me want to throw up. All right. One second, guys. All right, this is more of the
reliable network.
One second.
Is
We got some
going
audio
to the
here.
55 plus plan.
Wait till this ad is over. We got Michael Venom Page. He says he's confused by weird UFC matchmaking. Reacts to Conor Ben signing with Zuffa. Right. Interesting. They have the Ariel Helwani studio, but there's no Ariel Helwani. Who the fuck are these guys? It's weird. It's some more Nepo dudes. One moment. I don't know where my...
Excuse me, I thought we were in like a bathroom stall or something like that.
No.
It looks good though, man. Thanks so much for joining us. This weekend we got Total Combat 3 going down in Liverpool. Just announced. You can watch it on ITVX in the UK. Exciting stuff for you, man. Why should the people be tuning in this weekend?
Man, like it's finally, I've got a place that I can direct people to that is going to showcase more of what I do, where I come from. So, and that is, if that's not reason enough, because, you know, I'm known for my explosive, you know, it's a very unique style within the MMA space, but imagine going to a place where everybody is fighting exactly like that. There's spin kicks, axe kicks, there's sweeps, there's high flying, punching, just everything that I represent in MMA, but in Total Combat. So yeah, you have to tune in and just you'll see for yourself. You'll get the bug as soon as you tune in and watch the first fight. Essentially.
1 second, guys. He's going to talk later in the interview about this Conor Ben situation. 1 second. I'm going to skip past this.
Did you know that milk has 8 times more protein per serving than the leading plant-based milk? Whether you're adding milk to your pre-workout shake,
why is there a milk ad? Shut up. Shut up.
But I just want to make sure, because we're now working with the ITV, it's difficult when you're working with a big brand. So in terms of what you can and can't do, but it means just how I train in the gym is so much. It's way more different mentally, and how I can push myself. So yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, the process has just been. I want to be at welterweight because I feel like that's a better weight for me. But again, I'm just about exciting fights. If there is an exciting fight for me to have, I'll do it anywhere.
I think, your reaction, the fans' reaction paints the picture of, it seems like the UFC is not on the same page with you, right? Like, I think we all know your status, your entertainment value. Why do you think they are not giving you those specific names, those fights at the moment? Is it timing? Is it something else? Like, why do you think that you're not in position to take those names and you are fighting Sam Patterson?
In all honesty, I couldn't answer that. I'd be the wrong person to ask, because I feel like I'm in the same position as everybody else, kind of questioning why this is even happening this way. So could only guess, but it'd probably be a bad guess. So I'm not sure. Either way, this is where I'm at the moment. This is the cards that have been laid in front of me. So I just gotta go. I just gotta work to get big knockouts, try and impress, try and put myself in a position to demand what I really want.
I wanted to ask you, with your ties to the UK, some of the biggest news last week was Conor Benn signing with Zuffa Boxing. What was your reaction when you saw him going over and the price tag attached with it?
I feel like everyone's trying to get me in trouble here. Yeah, it's not something that I'm happy about. So what I would say is, when the announcement of the Paramount, big money partnership came, people was asking me, how do you, excited about this? And my answer was, well, what does that mean for the fighters?
All right, guys. Sorry about that. I actually clipped the interview by accident. That's not great. I'm going to go back to that real quick. I got to go to my history. I clicked the wrong freaking button real quick. That's an I'm an idiot. Why'd I do that? I was trying to hear that part of the video. 1 second. I'm going to get that back. On this very late night edition of Foo Sports Live, right? I got to go to my history. Hopefully it shows up. Okay, so YouTube, Terrence Crawford, blah, 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 blah. I'm reading through all these, my history. Hopefully this comes up. Anyway, he's not too happy with it. None of the UFC fighters are happy with that situation. These guys are getting paid these big sums of money. Is it me? It's like Devin Haney going bald. I'm looking at a video of Devin Haney here, and the guy looks like his hairline just a little too far back. Just got to say it. All right, we have an interview here with Max Kellerman.
Ring Boxing's official show.
From his shitty show that's ripped off some of my graphics. It's called Inside the Ring. All right, so we're going to watch a little of this, and I'm probably going to get out of here. It's very late. All right. This is an interview with Devin Haney. They're going to be talking about the Rolly Romero fight. Right?
Of record, and let's face it, your favorite show. It's your favorite show. I'm your host, Max Kellerman. Joining me to my right, making his first appearance as a contributor on the show, a pound-for-pound fighter and #1 ranked welterweight in the world by Ring Magazine, meaning the #1 welterweight in the world, Devin the Dream Haney. How you doing, Devin? Good to have you here.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm happy to be here.
To my left, the man who just can't seem to get along with anyone, Ring Magazine senior insider and public enemy #1, Mike Coppinger. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, you know who I get along with?
Getting on my nerves.
Devin Haney. That's who I get along with.
You just got on my nerves already. As soon as you said, hey, immediately. And to Mike's left, the man who will be conducting Mike Coppinger's employee review, his employee performance review, the editor-in-chief of Ring Magazine.
Thank you, Doug.
And Mike Coppinger's
I
boss.
don't think you suck. Thank you, Doug.
All right. Yeah, Doug Fisher. All right, guys, time for the lead hook. We start with...
Oh, wow. Isn't that cool? Brick walls with posters? Yeah, I wonder where we saw that. Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that. Devin
That's not the only thing they've taken.
Haney and Rolly Romero. Got Devin right here in studio for the whole show, so why not? After a back and forth on Twitter with Rolly, Devin, is this a done deal? Are you going to be fighting Rolly? What can you tell us at this moment?
Yeah, I can't say that it's a done deal yet. We're working on it. I think that it's very likely that it will happen.
Yeah, to cut a little bit of that because it'll kill the stream.
A chance for me to pick up another belt, beat the guy who beat Ryan, and move up higher.
Yeah,
on the
okay.
Powers, and just show.
Maybe this is what he's gonna do. He's gonna beat Rolly. And he's like, I beat the guy that beat Ryan, so I gotta fight Ryan for.
Really am.
Yeah, I mean, guys, we have Ryan. Let's have an honest discussion about this whole situation. Rolly, I mean, of course, Shady isn't here today, who always gets on Rolly whenever his name is brought up. But look, he is not the most skillful fighter in the world. However, he has a way, as all successful fighters do, of landing his shots. And he's got stone, he got bricks in his hands, right? He's a heavy-handed guy. And Devin, we have seen you dropped before, right? So before I even get to you, not to talk about you as though you're not here, how dangerous is this a fight for Devin Haney, a guy who can make it ugly?
It's interesting because if you compare Devin with Rolly in terms of natural talent, ring intelligence, skill, technique, everything
Different
edges
class.
towards Devin. Devin has the advantage. But when you talk about styles, Rolly is unorthodox. Rolly is awkward.
Yeah, he needed this guy to be there to really break down an expert opinion.
It's like I need a real expert to break down Rolly Romero. He's just on another level.
What'd be funny is if Rolly knocks out Haney. That'd be great.
We've seen in the past where an unorthodox fighter,
You're gonna bring it. You're gonna bring it up. I know where you're going.
Versus Ricardo
Mayorga,
Mayorga.
I knew it.
And Sergio Mora.
Doug,
Those
you
are-
and me. I got it. I
See,
got it.
Both Mayorga and Mora had unorthodox styles. They didn't work off their jabs. They didn't necessarily move in the right directions. But there's a method to their madness. And they were world-class fighters. And on the best night of their professional careers, they were able to upset an elite boxer, a pound-for-pound level boxer, and Vernon.
So is Rolly going to hit him in the back of the head a
we've
bunch
seen
of
it
times?
happen.
All right, this is like maybe your favorite fighter. Oh, does this guy love you? The only guy. I think I know why. It's because you're the only guy who likes him. He finally found a friend. Go ahead. What do you think about this fight?
I mean, look, Rolly Romero, I think he's underrated. He can really punch. I mean, I remember being ringside for his fight a couple of years ago in Texas, and you can feel those punches from ringside.
He's got explosive punches, but he's not. You don't have. Nothing's educated.
Especially at 135.
Look, everything they do is a fucking style I've been using forever with the fucking, this whole paper style. Do that? Fucking corny. And a brick wall in the fucking background. Like, really? Really?
I think at 147, you see his lower body's gotten a lot bigger. He looks stout against Ryan Garcia, and he is awkward.
It's like they just keep taking more and more.
Rolly Romero, but Devin Haney, I think his jab is too good. His footwork, his fundamentals. I think Devin Haney outboxes Rolly, grabs another title, and then hopefully sets up the fight we really want
By
to see.
outboxing, they mean badoink, and run away. I mean, the fight's going to be hot fucking dog shit. If that fight happens, it's going to be garbage.
The Ryan Garcia rematch.
Do you like Rolly, or is he nice to you also?
I like Rolly.
Okay, all right, I just been. All right, Devin, before I want to have a conversation with you about this also, but first, I would like your thoughts about what they have said so far.
Yeah, no, I definitely.
I mean,
agree
look,
with him.
look
He
at
has
Ryan
a
Garcia,
very-
people. He's completely out of shape. Ryan said after the fight that he couldn't even make the weight really. He struggled. Look at the way he's built. Look at his body. He's a bloated fish in that ring. You could tell the guy was not in shape.
Awkward style.
So this guy's gonna come in here and try to pretend, oh well, look, I'm beating the guy that beat Ryan. Well, the guy that beat like a shell of Ryan.
And
This
that's
is
what,
not the
you know,
same
makes
guy that just beat Barrios.
it hard for
Dude,
guys to
it's
beat him.
all
And that's
out
what
of
you see
shape.
that Ryan had a lot of trouble with him, just because he just didn't know how to adjust to his awkwardness. But
I don't see
this
what
is
the
a fight where I
awkwardness
go
was.
in
I
there-
mean, look, the guy would just stand in one spot with his what was it? His left hand up? Was that what it was? A right hand up the whole fight. He didn't barely even move. Like, both guys were not doing much in that ring, in that fight. It was terrible.
And I have fun, and I show how good I really am. I think that with a guy like Rolly, I'm able to showcase a lot more in my arsenal. I'm able to bring out a lot more tools and, really open up on him.
You're one of these guys who occasionally I see it. You see a guy in a lighter weight class. You know he's athletic, you know he's good, but he's starving himself to make the weight. It's clearly not the most effective he's been, and then he moves into
That's
what I
Shakur
would call his
Stevenson.
natural weight.
This is actually live footage of Shakur Stevenson watching Ryan Garcia not able to really make 144. So
You're eating her.
no, that's not it. There's Shakur Stevenson. He's like, he can't make 144. Yes, let's weight train him. Because, he wanted him to come down to 144 with a rehydration clause. Isn't that insane? And then he said, I'll do 147 with a rehydration clause. That's crazy. Get the fuck out of here, Shakur.
Classy fight. You might get bigger than this, but I have a feeling I'll look back at your career and say, Devin was in his prime at welterweight. That's where you look to me like you're at your best right now. And when he gets there, you're like, oh, okay, that's what he can do. And I think you're there now. But I was critical of your performance against Norman, because over the first half of the fight, it's like, I'm thinking I'm going to come on this show and just rave about Devin.
Yeah.
And over the second half of this fight, like in other sports, it's called a you're playing to sit on a lead, right? A prevent offense or defense, right? And what winds up happening is you stop boxing. So you were tying him up, and he was tying you up too, I understand. But you weren't doing what you were doing in the first half of the fight.
I think that if you really go back and watch the fight, I think that he did a lot more tying up than what you would think he did.
Okay. Do you think you fought the second half of the fight the way you fought the first?
No. I think that I fought a more disciplined fight in the second half. Because I knew that he was getting desperate. I heard him in the first half of the fight. So, he was playing catch up, and
the fight was fucking terrible. Yeah, a lot of people were shocked by the fact he knocked the guy down. I wasn't shocked. I actually predicted that he would knock him down at least once. I could never see him knock the guy out, but I knew he was probably going to knock him down. Because Brian Norman, he's just not very fast. His feet are super slow. His defense isn't very tight, and so he got caught. He got caught early, and then he never got caught again. And this guy's just fucking running and hugging the whole fight. The fight was terrible. Terrible.
From that point on. So I had a good lead. And do I think that I could have stepped on the gas a little bit more? Of course. But it's all experience.
Now I want to get to like the nuanced part of this, okay?
Yeah.
Because now we have the fight with Raleigh, right? And you're a really smart fighter in the sense that it's like, I'm going to fight in a way that just makes it hard for the other guy to win. This is an athletic competition, and if I'm up a certain number of rounds and I tie you up, tough. A lot of fighters have done that, right?
I just don't want to run that tie-up narrative because
that's all he does.
You had something to do with that.
That is not.
Yeah, that's all he does, the whole fucking fight. The tie-up narrative, this is what happened.
No, that was what he was doing. I think
that's what he was doing. What? What? This dude's doing punch and grabs the whole fight. Now he's trying to blame Brian Norman. This is crazy.
Because he
was hurt early?
Yes, because he was hurt
early.
Okay,
so
don't forget, you picked Brian Norman, Devin. Don't let him off the hook.
Yes.
Now what we saw with our eyes was not true. It was made up. We're making it up. Devin Haney actually fought an amazing performance. And actually, it was Brian Norman that was clinching a bunch, right? Even though every time this guy would throw a punch, Haney would duck it and then grab him.
I saw the way you looked against Ramirez. Of course I was going to pick.
But not only you, a lot more other people. I was an underdog.
But I wouldn't have picked him had it been you.
He was the underdog? I don't think so. I was picking him the whole time. I don't know who was picking him to lose that fight. Okay, so we got one last video here.
This is Lovable.
1 second, guys.
The AI app builder that turns ideas into reality.
1 second. All right, we got a couple of ads here. This is very immersion breaking, okay? This is an interview from not too long ago. We got Conor Benn and Shakur Stevenson coming in. You know, Conor Benn. You look. Ryan's just too big. Right? Let's hear this.
Know each other.
Yeah.
You've DM'd.
I ran into him, man. I ran into him.
Yeah. Where?
In London. He was sizing me up.
Okay, where's this?
He was sizing up in London. Yeah, I'm still sizing him up right now. I don't need to size him up. He's easy work. Yeah. That's why I was saying, though, let's make it happen. Do you know what? To be fair, though, well done. Appreciate you. Because it was sort of entertaining. And you thought Especially the part where you got clipped and you almost went over. That was really entertaining. Oh, you thought I got clipped? You did get clipped. You did get clipped. Okay, well, look.
I'm talking about the Zepeda fight.
If that was by me, you definitely would have got clipped. I won my fight. Yeah. Your last fight, what did you do? Well, let's say you jump up 2 weight divisions and see how you go. I just told you, let's do it. You can come 147. You can come up, but I'm telling you.
He said, yeah, I said, let's do it. I'm as big as you or bigger. And I'm going to make you take a rehydration clause. Yeah.
No, I like you. I like you too. But I don't think that's good for your health. Oh, it's good for my health. Okay.
This is what these guys do now. They'll go and they'll fight a guy at a supposed higher weight, right? Which is their natural weight. And then they make them they give them a rehydration clause. So who's truly at the disadvantage here, right? They'll say, oh, look, Shakur went up multiple weights. Look, he went up in weight and beat Conor Benn. But, dude, it doesn't matter. Like, look, if you go and you fight a guy, it don't matter what they are. You could take Alexander Usyk and make him come down to 147, right? And so what? Or you could make him fight at light heavyweight. And Shakur Stevenson comes in and fights him at light heavyweight while he's majorly dehydrated. You know, Usyk or whoever. Even a fucking 168 pounder, whatever. They're dehydrated. They're at a disadvantage. So you can't give this motherfucker any credit at all if he was to beat that guy. Outpoint him. Got a corpse You know, he's running from a corpse. And so these guys, this is what the media does. They just lie their asses off. This guy will beat Conor Benn coming down to 147. He goes up to 147, even though he's a fucking middleweight. And they'll say, look, I beat Conor Benn at 147. I came up in weight, and I've shown that I'm an all-time great. Why? Because you beat a guy who's not that good, who's fucking dehydrated. Not only is he dehydrated just to make 147, but then you're putting a rehydration clause on him, which is even worse.
You can't do nothing. Like, what you gonna do?
Oh,
I just sized you. Yo, you're not that big, bro.
You're not that big. You're not that big. That's why he's not that big, guys. He fought at 160. He coming in the ring at over 170, but he ain't that big. He ain't that big, right? Oh, but you don't want to fight Ryan. Well, you have a problem fighting Ryan, but Conor Benn who fought at 160, no issue. What?
Feel it. Okay, so.
I mean, people, he looks almost equal size to Conor Benn. Am I wrong?
The way you see an idea
got an
in your
advertisement
mind.
here.
When I hit you, you'll feel it. You're not gonna hit me. What? You're gonna be on your bike? You're not gonna
Yes,
hit
he
me.
will.
You're gonna be running. I don't have to run.
He's going to dehydrate this motherfucker, and he's going to run away.
You will run. Did you watch my fight?
You will run. A little bit. The fight was a Peter
a
almost
little
knocked
bit?
you out. Yeah.
Knocked me out?
Yeah, he almost knocked you out.
Yo,
I saw
you the
I saw
only
legs-
one, yo.
I saw the legs buckle.
Buckle?
I saw the legs buckle.
Stop lying. Stop lying.
3 times, 4 times?
Stop lying.
4 times. And I
Four
thought,
times?
I thought 135. This guy thinks he can come up to 147.
Yo.
And come and
One
fight
second.
me.
Me and you are close to the same size.
You know, we
I'm
ain't close
looking
to the
at
same
you,
size. We
bro.
ain't close to
Oh,
the same
whoa,
size.
you're almost the same. You're close to the same size as the guy who came in the ring at over 170. This guy, keep in mind, people, he fought at 160. This is immediately after the Chris Eubanks fight. You know that? Right after. So this guy came in that ring for sure at over 170 pounds. Shakur's over here smiling. Big Kool-Aid smile on his face. Kool-Aid smile. You're not that much bigger than me. 170, Shakur? And you're over here telling Ryan to fucking drain himself to the rehydration clause at 147. Shakur's over here. He's saying, I only come in at the most. I build up to like 148. Dudes are just chronic liars. Chronic fucking liars.
All right, you got up to 160 then.
No, fuck no.
I mean, look, this is what Shakur wants. This is what he wants Ryan to do.
They're eating her. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my God! They're eating her.
Yeah. He wants Ryan's body to eat itself. That's what I mean. He wants him to not eat. So then he's like eaten by trolls, something like that.
Why you at 147?
Listen, I'll come back down and fight you at 147 in November.
November, yeah. I'm down.
Done. I'll fight you at 147.
I'm down.
I'll fight you at 147. No. I don't hear no excuses. I don't hear no excuses.
After I beat you.
I mean, does this motherfucker really look smaller than Conor Benn? Like that much smaller? I don't really think he does.
Just tell me I'm great.
And keep in mind, this guy just coming off of the Zepeda fight. This guy over here came from 147 or 160. He just had a fight at 160, right? This guy Shakur, he's just coming off of a fight at versus Zepeda, so he for sure can fill out more. He had to just cut weight to fight Zepeda. So this guy definitely naturally is around the size of Conor Benn, around that size. He's a total bullshit artist saying that he's small.
But you ain't great. Like, listen, do you know what?
No. After I beat you,
I'm not gonna chat shit. I'm not gonna chat shit. I watched the fight. Your IQ's phenomenal.
Appreciate you.
Phenomenal.
Appreciate you.
Your IQ is phenomenal with the doink, grab, doink. What's wrong with these guys saying these guys' IQ is phenomenal? Where's the IQ? Sitting on the ropes, becoming a punching bag? You want to watch a great IQ, a fighter with great eyes? You watch Navarrete. Just go watch Navarrete's last fight. You see the way he's on the ropes, just slips to the right, boom, comes back with the right hand, boom, slap, boom, uppercut, boom. Like, dude, he's just mixing all the shit right off the ropes. He's looking way better than Shakur Stevenson. Way better. In every way. He's a dynamic puncher who's slippery as hell. Okay? He's right in front of the guy, slipping off the line, coming back with bombs. He's not landing, running, one little slip, block and lands up, doink. Just catches the guy with a touch as he comes in. This guy's railing you with shots, slipping all over the place. This guy ain't as impressive as that. Navarrete. He's not nowhere near as impressive. Okay.
You know,
so
that's
to
what
say
you
that this motherfucker got this high IQ, where is it? I've never seen it. I just see a guy who's a points-based fighter in the pros. Amateur points-based. In the pros, it's clean, effective punching. You got to land with power. And this guy lands nothing with power. He doesn't throw power punches. He throws inside slaps. Those are not scored in boxing. I could show you all kinds of pictures and footage of this guy in these fights, winning rounds, landing no scoring blows. He lands touches and slaps with the inside of his hand. It's fucking disgusting.
Oh, I thought you're not that good looking though.
1 second.
So you can't take that one.
Okay.
But I will battle you at 147.
Oh, he took that to heart. He says, "You're not that good looking." And this is when Shakur got the teeth, the teeth job, got his teeth done. And I showed this for Ariel Helwani. He got the fucking pro wrestling shit everywhere. This whole room is filled with MMA stuff and pro wrestling. And yet he's got boxers in here. You know, Ariel Helwani doesn't give a fuck about boxing. He doesn't give a shit about it. He's a total grifter.
So we're going to make the fight happen
Let's
at
make it happen.
147. After I beat you, are you going to tell me I'm great?
No, I'm not going to tell you you're great.
Why?
Because I don't
if I beat you, I move up 2 weight classes.
Look, if I move up to my natural weight, a little bit smaller than my natural weight, which is middleweight, and I fight you at welterweight and bring you down a couple of weight classes, and then put a rehydration clause on you and beat you when you fucking dead in the ring, I'm not great. This is how disgusting this man is. He knows he's going to be compromising this guy. This guy's going to be dead in that ring. And then he's going to go and frame it with, oh, well, if I beat you, I'm great. Well, how are you great when you're dehydrating a guy that's as big as you? Oh, but you're not dehydrated, right? Shakur's not going to have a rehydration clause, right? I don't think so. But Conor Benn is. I mean, this guy is lucky if he could even make 147. And then to put a rehydration clause where he's probably only allowed to put on probably like 10 to 13 pounds. I mean, he's going to be heavily dehydrated in that ring.
If you beat me, I will. You know what? I'll tell you you're great.
And if you beat me, I'll tell you you're great.
And how would he be great? Y'all tell you you're great, really? How? The boxing world wouldn't say that because they just lie and say that you're too small. That, oh, look, Conor Benn, you beat a small guy. That's all they would say.
Well, done.
But you're not beating me.
Well, you just said it.
That's why Conor Benn froze there for a second, because he knows that if he beat this bum, they would never give him credit for it. They just say, oh, well, Shakur was too small. Shakur aimed to be great. Oh, and he came up short, right? That's what they would say. He has a built-in excuse. Conor Benn would just be railroaded for losing. It's a lose-lose situation for him. If he beats him, they'll undermine it. If he loses, then he's garbage, right? They'll just say he's trash.
Relations go. That's a pretty simple one.
That's it.
All he wants is
all I want is your respect. That's all.
Oh, you have my respect anyway.
Yeah. You got my respect too, bro. You're a hell of a fighter, bro.
But listen, you come up to 147. That's where I'm at my most dangerous.
That don't scare me.
It shouldn't scare you. You're a fighter. If it did scare you, I'd be very worried.
I got a question for you.
But I see you coming there with your glasses on because you don't want to look me in the eye.
Excuse me, brother. I like how you said that. Excuse me, brother.
Excuse me, brother.
But look.
Listen,
I got a question for you, though.
I don't want to hear your question. I'm not answering.
I don't want to hear. This is a question, bro. We having a conversation, bro.
What's the
I got a question. How many amateur fights you had?
22, 24.
When did you start boxing?
17.
17 years old. You're cooked. You're cooked.
Because of?
You start boxing at what age?
17.
You're cooked.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It's cooked. What's cooked mean?
Meaning like you're in trouble.
You're cooked.
Of what?
Cooked like you're in trouble. I know the Ebonics. My name is Aaron Helwani. I'm at Closet Beep.
Of me.
Of you.
Why do you
the
say
pits.
that? Why is the 17 the indication that
I started boxing when I was 5 years old.
Oh my God. He started boxing when he was 5 and he still fucking sucks.
In this game, I've been in this game for 23 years. How many years you
blows?
Been in this?
It don't matter. We can do it.
You can't beat me.
That's fine.
You can't beat me.
That's fine. I love a challenge. He's making me want to get up now and cheat. You're making me want to get up now and have a fight.
You're not going to do that.
You're making me get up now and want to have a fight.
You're not going to do that though, champ.
Well, I know, but I know right now if we was to handle it, I'd handle it.
Bro, that's your opinion. You're supposed to have your opinion.
Yeah, that's good.
But look, we're boxers. We're boxers.
So fighters, yeah.
let's keep it boxing.
You're a boxer. I'm a fighter.
This is
You're a
Lovable.
boxer. I'm a fighter. And you're a businessman. and you're just looking for a fight to make some money. I mean, look, Conor Benn been begging for some money fights for a little time now, a little while. These guys, this is for sure the cherry-picking era of boxing. We got all these guys getting anointed as something great, hot shit, you know. Shakur Stevenson over here trying to drain this motherfucker out. He's trying to drain out Conor Benn, and then he jumps to Ryan Garcia after his performance, and he's trying to drain him out. Everybody's calling out Ryan right now. They just don't want to fight him when he's strong. They want to compromise him. And it's fucking pathetic. This is why boxing needs a lot of help. Boxing is a mess. It still is a mess. These fighters should not be dictating any of this. The promotion should be doing all of this. These guys should have no say in weight, what the weight's going to be or any of that. Look, the guy makes 147. That's it. He made it. If he goes and he puts on 30 pounds, who cares? Who the fuck are you to come in there and say, oh, Warren needs to not come in like that? Like, he made 147. Leave him the fuck alone. But they don't want to fight him like that. They want him to come down, make 147, and then stay at a certain weight, which is basically dehydrating him. And then you're going to punch a guy who's dehydrated, and we're supposed to give you credit. It's never going to happen. I'm never going to do it. 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 moment, please. Oh, man. I can't find my...
The AI
thing
app
over here.
builder that
1
turns
moment.
ideas into reality.
1 moment, please. Man, okay, here we go. All right. Gonna be getting out of here, people. 1 moment. All right, so we got Quags there. I'm going to read some of these comments. I'm going to get out of here. It's a very late night edition of Foo Sports Live, people. I want to thank you all for coming in here tonight. All right, just ironing some stuff out. I've added the camera to the show. Might have it in here sometimes, maybe not all the time. I have to see my amazing, beautiful face all the time. But I want to thank all you guys for coming in here today. We got Quags in there, Mars, Quentin, Alfredo came in, Skull Kids 25, more. Millions of people. We got Dark in there. Thanks a lot for coming here, guys. They want the money when fighting Ryan, not the beating. Exactly. They don't want they don't come there. They always talk about glory. They don't want glory. Because if they wanted glory, they would fight a guy who's on a winning streak, right? Or go up higher in weight. Like Shakur, go to 154, bro. You want the glory? Go fight Brian Norman, right? What's this whole thing with they jump straight to Devin Haney? What right do you have to do that? Right? Later, Food TV. Thanks a lot for coming in, Skull Kid. Like, what right do these guys have to do this? You got Keyshawn Davis over here calling out Devin Haney. Who the fuck are you to do that? You're at 140, bro. Look, if you want to fight Devin Haney, at the very least, you have to fight at least Brian Norman. And I think that's not even enough. You should have to fight at least 3 to 4 guys before you can get to Devin Haney. There's no reason why you should be able to jump the fucking line like that. There's other guys at welterweight that deserve to get that shot. Not you. What have you done? You took a retirement. You retired for like a year or two after you got to a brawl with your fucking baby there in the back room of the fight after your brother lost. They should have fucking banned you. Multiple year ban for that, right? He comes over here and he's trying to immediately jump into a fight with they give him this Ortiz fight, which he didn't deserve. And then he instantly tries to jump into a welterweight fight with Devin Haney. Like, what is this? Fucking duck, duck, goose, musical chairs? He's able to just jump, not only jump, like, fights. I mean, bro, he's able to have one fight at 140 and then boom, jump all the way to the top of 147. What the fuck is wrong with boxing? And people are okay with this. They're okay with this. Then you got this guy Shakur over here. He wins this one fight versus Tio. Terrible performance. Garbage. They built the shit up. His best moves are highlights of illegal blows, low blows, push downs, rabbit punches, inside slaps, badoink jabs. This is his great performance. And with this performance, he's able to jump up to fucking welterweight and get a title shot at welterweight. At least give the motherfucker some more fights at 140, right? Or go down to 130, 134, right? What? I mean, look. What did this guy? This guy didn't do anything. Who did he fight? Right? He didn't fight any of the guys, right? What happened to that Kid Austin fight? People wanted to see that shit. There was all kinds of guys that wanted to see him fight at the lower weights, right? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. You should go down there and fight. These guys, they get these little wins and they're just calling out everybody. And all these idiots are entertaining this dumb bullshit. All right? 1 second, guys. 1 second. It's all bullshit, people. It's fucking bullshit. And it pisses me off. All right, so my screen over is a little fucked up. 1 second, guys. It says Fu Gaming in there. What the fuck? That's not supposed to say that. Anyway. All right, so Quack says they want the money, but they don't want the beating. Shakur afraid to lose to a Spike. Oh, wait. I know what you're trying to say there, you son of a... That's not the real you. All right, so Shakur should move up and fight Fundora. Yeah, maybe. It'd be nice to see Shakur get destroyed, right? It's crazy how Shakur was making bantamweight in the Olympics. Snack, Food TV, over with the receipts. All right, anyway. I want to thank all you guys for coming in here tonight on this incredible late night edition of Food Sports Live. Subscribe, and if you want to donate to the channel, our Venmo's in the description of every video on the channel. We'll probably be back tomorrow with more of our amazing programming. It is incredibly late right now. All right, guys. Have a good night. See you later. All right, 1 second. I repeated this a lot.
People are changing the world with AI, from drug discovery to chat.
We're in the same studio, people. Still updating some stuff over here. All right. See you later.
He's up there.
One moment.
Cast aside the voice of disbelief.
All right. This is the last one. This is a amazing song here after an amazing show. All right. This is a Kat Von D song. It's called Set Myself on Fire. All right. It's featuring Perez. All right. Have a good night, guys.